At the Great Lakes Loons, our commitment to community goes beyond the ballpark. Through the Volunteer program, Loon staff and even players roll up their sleeves to serve the Great Lakes Bay region. From packing food boxes to reading in classrooms and even cleaning up local camps and parks, it's hands-on work that helps build a stronger, more connected community. Volunteer isn't just what we do, it's who we are. Because being part of this region means showing up when it counts. The Great Lakes Loons, serving the Great Lakes Bay region since 2007.
Hey, I'm Ben Bosscher.
And I'm Kyle Sandel.
And the two of us are live every weekday on 100.9 The Mitt at 9 a.m. until noon, giving you opinions on the teams that you care about the most.
The Lions, Tigers, Red Wings, Pistons, those teams.
And a whole lot more. Whether we're breaking down a game from the night before, debating the biggest news from the day, or doing a draft or spread picks, we're always having fun. I mean, come on, it's our job to talk about sports. How could we not be having fun?
So if the big games aren't enough for you, if you're a real diehard fan, this show is going to be perfect for you. You can count on us to be your morning sports outlet every day.
The Ben Bosscher Show with Ben Bosscher and Kyle Sandel on 100.9 The Mitt.
This is more than just a lineup. It's a daily ritual for the die-hard Michigan sports fans. At 6 a.m., Anthony Bellino wakes up the state with Spin on Sports.
I do not believe it.
At 9, the Ben Bosscher Show is appointment listening hosted here in the Great Lakes Bay region.
I would like to buy some Casey Mine stock.
America's Best takes over at noon. The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Well, what about Patrick Mahomes?
And at 3, Bill Simonson brings it home on The Huge Show. Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt for the most passionate fans in Michigan.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
They tell us we're more connected these days. We have cell phones, email, text messaging, yet we've never felt more disconnected from the people we care about the most. We need a place that's all about bringing us together. Say hello to the Great Lakes Bay region, where towns like Saginaw, Midland, Bay City, Birch Run, Chesaning, and Frankenmuth help us leave behind the overscheduled world we live in and visit a place we haven't seen in a while. One where the people make us feel right at home. And we remember just how bright our kids' eyes get, peeking through a riverboat railing, just to catch a glimpse of the wildlife. So let's go fishing, bird watching. Let's blow the suds off a local tap, take a tall ship dinner cruise at sunset, or stop by a festival just because the name made us smile. Right here in the Great Lakes Bay region, where reconnecting with what really matters is pure Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org.
From the Blazy Electric Studios, this is Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt, WLUN, Pinconning, Bay City, Saginaw, Midland. Michigan sports aren't just a game, they're a way of life. And now we've got a show dedicated to die-hard sports fans like you. Hosted by a guy who's borderline obsessed with the wins and losses of all your favorite teams.
He's crazy.
Every weekday morning from 9 to noon, Ben Bosscher brings you the talk that matters. The teams, the stories, and the players you care about most. This is the Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair.
Remember that.
Hello. Good morning, and welcome into the Ben Bosscher Show right here on 100.9 The Mitt. It's Big Win Wednesday. Thanks to our friends at Garber Chevrolet. We're sending somebody to the Michigan State game this Saturday against Youngstown State. 4 tickets will be given away to one lucky winner. That's at about 10:15, so make sure you are ready to text in the keyword to our Mitt message line, 989-837-6125. That's coming up a little bit later on in the show, but we'll get to the Detroit Tigers as well. I do want to ask just like a genuine question, though, to our audience to kick things off. Is it a valid excuse? Is it a real excuse to say, my alarm never went off? Is that a real thing that happens? My alarm didn't go off, and then you have to end up being late to something. I do think that this is something that actually happens. I don't know if it's a valid excuse to be late. If it happens, you kind of just got to accept it and, say, yeah, that one's on me. You kind of got to take the blame for that one. But does this actually happen? I think the answer is yes, because I swear I set an alarm last night, and it never went off. And I woke up, and my eyes opened, and it was light outside. I was like, that's not good. I probably slept in a little bit too far. I don't know if I accidentally hit the snooze button, but I specifically remember turning on the alarm before I went to bed yesterday. And I don't think it ever went off, Kyle. Is this a real thing that happens, or is this just me?
So are you asking if this is a valid excuse, or is this something that just happens in general?
Both. I'm asking both, because I don't think you can show up somewhere and be like, sorry, my alarm never went off. Like, that's not a real thing that you get to say.
But if it is what happened, like, it's not an excuse. That's just what happened.
Correct. That yes, I agree.
It's not an excuse for it. That's just what happened. But as far as, like, does it happen? No. If you set an alarm, it went off. It doesn't just not go off.
I don't think it went off.
You either didn't set one and thought you did, or you did set one, it went off, and you just didn't wake up to it / snoozed it.
Let me see if I accidentally set it for PM. Because
you for sure did.
You think so?
I do that all the time.
There's no alarm set. I don't remember usually I remember waking up and hitting snooze. I don't think I did that yesterday or this morning. I really don't.
But there's alarms they don't just not go off. Like if you set one, it's going to go off.
They frequently do on my phone. That's the thing. It happens once or twice a year.
I think that's never happened one time ever. It's a phone, dude. They don't screw up like that.
I think it's a real excuse. Not an excuse. I just think it's something that legitimately happens. Sometimes the phone's just like, I think this person needs extra sleep, and the alarm just doesn't go off.
No, dude, you're making stuff up.
Someone else out there has to be with me on this. Sometimes it just doesn't go off.
No,
Someone out there listening
error.
has to agree with me.
It's absolutely human error on this side of things.
See, typically I'd agree with you. But this has happened to me. Like, I swear this has happened to other people out there. And I need someone to back me up on this. I need someone to back me up on this, whether you want to leave a YouTube comment or a Mitt message by texting in. This has to happen to other people. And I would it's not like I was egregiously late to anything. Like, we were able to come in, prep the show, make it fine, But I swear this happens more often than people make it out. I swear. I set an alarm last night. It was for 6 a.m., and it never went off. I would have remembered hitting snooze on it because my phone wouldn't have been in the exact same place I left it when I went to bed.
I believe that. I just believe that you probably thought you set one and just actually didn't. There's no way it just didn't go off. That is impossible.
I have a nighttime routine.
Phone didn't die, right?
No, phone didn't die.
Sometimes can happen.
Woke up and it was at 100%. I have my nighttime routine. I go through it, brush the teeth, go lay down in bed, make sure, turn the lights off, set an alarm. There's no way I didn't set the alarm last night. And then I wake up and it's 45 minutes later than I should have. Because if I would have hit snooze, it would have went off again.
No, you're right. I don't think you hit snooze because, like you said, you have to be like awake to consciously hit snooze.
Correct.
You'll remember that no matter what. So you're a guy that sets the alarm individually every night. You're not like has it set for already set up each day of the week to go off at X time.
No, my life is not that organized.
You set it the night before every single night.
Yes.
Yeah, I do too, and I don't know why I do that. Because it's just way better to just have it set up to already go off,
Because sometimes you need a little, 15 minutes extra, Depends what time I go to bed as to what time I set my alarm.
That's a good point.
Typically, it's a 6 a.m. alarm. If the Tigers are on the West Coast and I got to stay up a little bit longer, maybe I'll set it to 6:15.
Starts at 11 p.m., then it kind of changes.
Oh,
stuff.
my. Well, there will not be an alarm set that Sunday morning after Michigan State's playing at 11 p.m.
Well, if there was one set, it's not going to go off, right? Because that just happens.
Someone else has to back me up on this, that their alarm just once in a while, I'm not saying all that often, not even once a week, not once a month, once or twice a year, you set an alarm and it just doesn't go off. I swear this is a thing. 989-837-6125. Also, this is a texter. Good morning, guys. if you have Apple, it's been proven that they don't go off sometimes. Also can be a volume update for some volume issue for some updates. That could be it because I don't think I've updated my phone since 2023.
That just seems impossible. You've never updated your phone in over a year?
Well, every time I try to, it's like, you're out of storage. And it's like, well, I don't want to delete anything. So I guess we're just rocking with this. I've got one of those phones that's all beat up. It's cracked in the back. It's got 400,000 emails that just are kind of sitting around. 400 text messages, too, unread. I don't take good care of my phone.
Yeah, the text messages thing, I've never understood that. But look, a quick Google search says that interference from connected Bluetooth devices can affect alarms going off.
Like my AirPods?
Like potentially AirPods or something. Maybe if you didn't have your AirPods in the case and one of them was like sitting out, it might have been connected and it was only going off through the AirPod.
Wait, let me look.
That's interesting.
Hold on.
Oh, wow, we're finding out live here.
Well, if one of my AirPods isn't in the AirPod case, I think we have our... Nope, they're both in there.
Okay, yeah, you're just crazy then.
No, look, people are agreeing with us in the YouTube chat. Has happened to me a few times. Said Thaddeus. Ian Cook says, I don't think the alarm has ever not gone off for me, but there's been times I'm tired enough where the noise just didn't wake me up. But then I would have at some point woken up and I would have heard the noise. That didn't happen.
Yeah, it doesn't just stop going off. Like, it just continuously will go off.
I'm positive I set the alarm. I am positive it did not go off. I would have remembered hitting snooze on it or ending it. I just would have, because you have to roll yourself out of bed to do it. I'm convinced it just didn't go off yesterday. Did what else did the Google search say?
Similar stuff to what you had just brought up in that text, like Apple update or glitches, incorrect sound settings, attention-aware features, lowering alarm volume.
Attention to what?
I don't know. The Bluetooth thing makes sense to me, though. Like, that actually could be a good one. I could see that happening. But I'm thinking you just didn't set your alarm. You're just a one-alarm guy, huh? Just one
Sometimes
alarm
yes,
is all you
sometimes
need?
no.
I'm like a set 4 or 5 alarms guy every single morning. And I always wake up to the first one and stay awake, but the other ones just, like, continuously wake me up.
Yeah,
you know?
you have alarms that go off like 20 minutes before the show starts. I'm like, what is that alarm for?
Well, that alarm's that's for other stuff. It's not to wake up, but.
Like, for what? I don't even know if I want to know. I shouldn't have asked them. I don't know what that's for.
Nothing weird.
Okay, whatever, Kyle. 989-837-6125. Someone to help us out here. Does this actually happen? The alarm clock just doesn't go off in the morning. I think it does. I also don't think it's an excuse. Like, if I were to just not show up to the show, see, when you wake up early every day, sleeping in's like impossible. Let's say for the hypothetical sake, I don't wake up until like 8:55, and I'm like, I'm not going to make it to the show. Not an excuse. Like, you gotta own that. But I swear this actually happens. The alarm clock sometimes just doesn't go off.
Okay, but what if like what if it was a different situation where you have a boss that it's like a zero tolerance policy? Like, you walk into work and he says, "Why are you late?" Are you telling him my alarm didn't go off, or are you saying I slept through my alarm and owning it?
Depends if this guy's ever had the problem. Has this guy ever
the problem
brought up?
that doesn't exist? Yeah.
This is a problem that many people have, I believe. Let us know. 989-837-6125. We'll come back. We'll wrap up. I guess we'll wrap that up and get to the Detroit Tigers, who just took out the hammer and beat the Yankees over the head with it yesterday. It was fantastic. We'll get into one person on this Detroit Tigers team that might be coming around and providing a little spark for the offense in the last month of the season heading into the playoffs. 989-837-6125. Higher Standard Automotive. I mean, the name, it says it all. Honest, reliable auto repair done the right way the first time. Locally owned and operated, serving Midland with expert service and small-town integrity. From oil changes to brake jobs to diagnostics and major repairs, they handle it all with precision and care. ASE-certified techs, fair pricing, and a commitment to doing things the right way, because your car deserves better than just good enough. Drive with confidence. Choose Higher Standard Automotive. This is the Ben Bosscher Show right here on 100.9 The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
It is the Scholar Athlete of the Month, proudly presented by Fisher Companies here on Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt. This month's recipient is Addison Thormeyer from Farwell High School. With a 3.7 GPA, Addison is a member of the track and field and cross-country teams, and played soccer for travel teams competing up in age with girls and playing with the boys.
Oh, I should go try out for the boys team. Like, why not? Because he was the coach for that team. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. Like, worst thing that happens is they don't make the team. So I go and try out, and he ends up calling me and saying, hey, I want you to come play for me. And it became a lot of fun, ended up being a totally different experience than playing with the girls, and one I don't regret having.
This fall, Addison is now attending Saginaw Valley State University. She'll major in electrical engineering. To hear the full interview and nominate a local athlete for our scholarship program, visit 1009themitt.com.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the local job market. We're here in person. And we're locally owned, so you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at Spherion.com to find your local Spherion office. Let's get to work.
At Scott Family Dental, we treat every patient like family because it's in our name. Our office culture is built on trust, comfort, and care, just like you'd want for your own loved ones. We don't sign contracts with insurance companies, so we can offer the highest quality dental care without compromise. That means your treatment is based on what's best for you, not an insurance plan. Scott Family Dental, compassionate care, lasting smiles.
Visit scottfamdental.com to schedule today.
I'm Ben Bosscher, and here's what I think. I think the Detroit Lions offensive line, specifically the interior, is going to cause some problems for the Lions this season. I think Brad Holmes made a mistake by cutting Zadarius Smith to save $11 million over the next 2 seasons. I'm not all that convinced Sharon Moore is the right guy for the Michigan program. And I think the Tigers pitching staff is going to hold them back this postseason. Oh, and I think if you agree or disagree with anything I just said, you should listen to The Ben Bosscher Show weekdays from 9 to noon on 100.9 The Mitt.
This is more than just a lineup. It's a daily ritual for the die-hard Michigan sports fans. At 6 a.m., Anthony Bellino wakes up the state with Spin on Sports.
I do not believe it.
At 9, the Ben Bosscher Show is appointment listening hosted here in the Great Lakes Bay region.
I would like to buy some Casey Mize stock.
America's Best takes over at noon. The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Well, what about Patrick Mahomes?
And at 3, Bill Simonson brings it home on The Huge Show. Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt for the most passionate fans in Michigan.
When it comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
Heather and I had an argument just like any other couple. I was lost. I had snapped. I had a gun and I was going to take my own life. Heather helped me realize that there was still a life to live for the better of myself, my family. My weapon is now safely put away.
A moment of crisis can happen to anyone. Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
All right, now that we've established it, sometimes just alarms don't go off, you know? Not my fault. Not Kyle's fault. Sometimes it just happens, right? It's been proven factual.
Right.
Let's jump into the Detroit Tigers. They bring out the hammer yesterday in a way that was almost comical. Parker Meadows hits the home run to tie things up earlier in the game, and then in the 7th inning, they end up scoring 8 runs without the Yankees recording a single out. They end up scoring 9 runs in that inning altogether. That was one of the most fun innings of baseball the Tigers have played all season long. And look, we've had this debate many times on the show. Who do you want to play if you're a Tigers fan in the postseason? Who's the matchup that you feel the most comfortable with? I think it's the Yankees. I want to see the Yankees in the postseason because if you play them long enough, they'll just start doing stupid things. Just hit the ball towards Anthony Volpe, and he's just going to hurt the team in a way that's like almost laughable. At least when Javi was the worst hitter in baseball, he at least could still make some nice plays at shortstop, even though he was near the top of the league in errors. Volpe can't do anything. Just hit the ball towards him, and he's going to make some mistakes. And in a series, a 5-game series or a 7-game series, the ball's going to find the shortstop, and he's going to screw it up. A -8 outs above average this season. He had the bloop single in short, shallow center field that he couldn't get underneath. He had the bunt that just popped up right to our third baseman, Cole Keith. Like, that was one of the funniest performances from a single player this Major League Baseball season. Not because it was fantastic by any means, but he's just like a target. You know how in basketball in the playoffs, you go find the weak link and try to get a switch onto them? Like LeBron used to do. I mean, everybody still does this, but like, you just go find the smallest guy, try to get a switch on him, and go get a basket. Somehow that's like a thing in baseball, but only when you're playing the Yankees, because Volpe's just that much of a black hole in the lineup right now. I'd rather play this Yankees team. The fans are going to boo them if they spiral. The whole team is like Casey Mize. You either have it, and when you have it, it's great, but when you don't, things start to fall apart really quickly. I'd like to see the Yankees in the postseason after last night, and maybe that could all change. Because Judge could hit 3 home runs tonight, and I'd be like, never mind, I don't want to see them. But he had a home run yesterday, and it didn't seem to matter all that much. This is the team I would like to see in the postseason if I'm a Tigers fan.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best part about at least what fits the Tigers' strengths is the clutchness that the Tigers have had this season late in games offensively, combined with the fact that their back-end bullpen is just astronomically better than the Yankees currently. With the amount of different guys that the Yankees have in that pen as well, and they've been dealt with a ton of injuries as well. But, I mean, they just don't have guys. I mean, that game last night was crazy. Back-to-back pitchers coming in, just wild pitches, bases loaded walks. The amount of mistakes made by the couple of bullpen arms on the mound with 0 outs in the inning that just made that inning the longest ever. You're not going to see that out of Will Vest and Kyle Finnegan, who obviously is currently on IL, but will be back for the playoffs. So, well, at least hopefully will be back for the playoffs. So, yeah, I think when you at least just compare the Tigers' strengths, which I think the back end of their bullpen is one of their biggest strengths, that is clearly one of the Yankees' biggest weaknesses, that's a clear favor, or at least leaning in the direction of the Tigers' favor. So I could see it. Right now, they're not currently in the spot to play either the Yankees or the Red Sox, which that matchup will be at the top of the wild card series right now, all but guaranteed. They are the 2 seed right now, the Tigers are. So hypothetically, they would play the winner of Houston and Seattle, or Houston/whoever sneaks in that final wild card spot. But they're only a half game back of Toronto for the 1 seed. So if you do get the 1 seed, then you will play the winner of Boston, New York. You also risk the fact of Boston just beating New York, and then you have to play the Red Sox, which maybe you're still fine with playing the Red Sox. Which
ironically is the other team that the Tigers scored 9 runs in 1 inning against this season.
That's a good point, yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I think they kind of match up better against the Tigers as far as they also have an ace that they can throw against Skubal. So I don't think the Skubal start is like a guaranteed win against the Red Sox like it is against the Yankees or maybe any other team. But yeah, I think that as far as we've talked about it for months now, none of these American League teams you really feel great against going up against in a playoff series in that divisional round. The Yankees, though, you might.
You know, I was never a huge Chris Paddock fan. I think from the second they traded for him, it was like, why did the Tigers have to give up their 14th prospect for this guy who was probably going to get waived pretty quickly?
Are you about to defend Chris Paddock?
3 innings pitched, and he picks up the save to close the game out. Casey Mize goes 6. He has another good start, back-to-back good starts for him. Does that make me feel good about him going into a postseason? No, not really. But the fact that he went 6 and you can just throw only one other arm the rest of the way, and it's not Troy Melton, so you can kind of save his arm for a day. Kind of a nice addition to the pen, no? Because someone who can go more than 1 inning, can go the 3 innings if you have a lead. If he's cruising, let him keep cruising. And you keep vested when Finnegan's healthy, like save him. I'm just saying, first career save, not a bad addition to the bullpen.
There's also a pretty good chance this is his best stretch of innings he'll ever throw in a Tigers uniform, like last night was.
Best 3 innings in a row?
Yeah.
Could be true. That's all they needed, though.
Well, yeah, they're also winning by 1,000 runs, so I'm not like all of a sudden like, oh, I trust Paddock to pitch in Game 2
No,
of the
that's not what I'm
series
saying.
in the 6th inning, you know?
But it's nice to have another guy in the bullpen that can go multiple innings. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not even saying you have to bring him in relief and like, you know, be the main connector. You still have Melton. But to not have to throw Vest or Finnegan yesterday, and that was mostly credit to the offense.
Finnegan's also injured, and Vest would have never pitched in a game that they're up by 10.
Right. It's mostly credit to the offense. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, having another guy like that, so where you only had to throw 2 pitchers the entire night, whereas the Yankees had to throw 5, That's pretty huge for game one of a series.
Yeah.
Like,
agreed.
if this is a playoff series, all of a sudden it's like, man, they burned their pen and the Tigers didn't use anybody, like, of real value from their pen. And now I'm thinking maybe Chris Paddock is kind of real value out of the pen.
I think that is a good way of putting it. Like, the Tigers fans, and maybe just the Tigers themselves, should treat this series like a playoff series. Because you face New York and you face Boston in the regular season in September to close things out. So those are the two teams that you have remaining on the schedule that you actually might face off against in the playoffs, like a pretty good chance of it, honestly. So I think that we should treat these like playoff series because it is a real test of how they could match up potentially in the playoffs. The Boston one's going to feel a lot different because it's literally the last series of the year. Don't know if either team is going to be playing for anything at that current spot as far as positioning goes.
I would imagine they are.
I would think so, just because of how tight it still really is in the wild card race and how tight it is as far as the 1 versus 2 seed for Detroit and Toronto. But yeah, I think that treating this like a playoff series is definitely something worth value for Detroit. And you don't even have to pitch Skubal. I mean, Mize last night was, he gives up the 2 solo homers, but like,
it's also Aaron Judge hit one of them.
Yeah,
it's like, what are you going to do?
You know, like I don't really think it was. I don't think it was. It's back-to-back pretty solid Casey Mize starts after he had after he had some time where he had really struggled. So it's encouraging, that's for sure.
The 2 starts that Casey Mize has had in September have been beyond solid. And again, like, just because he's put together 2 starts doesn't mean I'm all of a sudden backing on Casey Mize. Like, hey, I feel good about this guy going against a playoff team. Because on one hand, like, he did dominate a playoff team last night. So, like, credit where credit's due. But on the other hand, like, everybody on the Yankees saw him and saw his stuff. And it's like, okay, I don't know if I can expect back-to-back outings like that for Casey Mize against the Yankees. But anyway, in September, 11 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 0 walks, and 11 Ks. That's kind of been his thing all year. He's not gonna put too many guys on base by walking him. But the strikeouts that he's added to his game this season, and it feels like that's progressed even as the years went on when he's been an ineffective pitcher. He's still finding a way to get more and more strikeouts, which has never been the case in his career. And it's not really coming from that split finger either. That's the thing.
Yeah, which I will say the splitter last night was pretty dialed in. At least he was throwing a ton of it, which he usually does throw a lot of it. But it felt really good last night as far as him actually getting the swing and miss from it. Anytime you have 8 Ks and no walks, like, I'm never going to complain about the other stats. Unless you give up 10 homers. But, like, you're not in the game that long. So anytime you go 8 Ks, 0 walks, you're going to feel really good about it. The last couple starts, we're starting to get back to that, okay, Casey Mize is for sure going to be the number 2 starter in the playoffs, right?
Yeah,
right? We're there.
I agree with that.
We're there. I mean, I know that for a point we were up in the air of, like, is it actually going to be Jack Flaherty? And I still just, I don't know. I know that Mize has probably been worse in the stretch than Flaherty was prior to these 2 good starts in September. But there's still just something about every time Jack Flaherty takes the mound, which he does tonight, that I just
hold
feel,
your breath.
Yeah, I just really do not feel confident ever. Like, it's an odd feeling. And like I said, when Mize, I always feel better about Mize on the mound. Like, oh, he's probably got better stuff.
Well, maybe because Mize started out the season as one of the best pitchers. Like, they just kept winning games when he was out there. Remember, they were like, 7-0 to start the season when he pitched?
Most wins on the Tigers still to date.
And that was never the case with Flaherty. It was the opposite. They kept losing all the Flaherty starts, whether it's his fault or the offense not being able to generate runs. Eventually, like, even if it's subconsciously, you start to tie those things together and associate wins with Casey Mize and losses with Jack Flaherty. That's got to be part of the reason that you feel that way, more confident in Casey Mize.
Yeah, I mean, Jack Flaherty, by the way, too, because I just mentioned the Mize one more win than Skubal, so I was just interested to look at this. Jack Flaherty with 13 losses on the season. No one on the Tigers has more than 5 losses, and it's Casey Mize with 5. 13, though, for Flaherty. That is actually unreal.
How many wins does he have?
7.
Yeah, there's a reason I feel better about Casey Mize out there. Flaherty on the mound tonight should hopefully have a bounce-back game, or just, a solid game would be preferred in any way, shape, or form. 989-837-6125. We'll hit the news when we come back. It's the Ben Bosscher Show right here on 100.9 The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt. Is your business protected, connected, and running at full speed? At IronStack Technology, they provide rock-solid IT solutions, cybersecurity, and support tailored for small and mid-sized businesses. From managed services to cloud migration and 24/7 monitoring, they've got your back so you can focus on what matters most, growing your business. Visit IronStackTechnology.com today and build your IT on a foundation of strength. IronStack Technology, IT that works as hard as you do.
Hey sports fans, heading up north? Whether you're gearing up for the big game, hosting friends, or winding down after a long day, Hops and Schnapps is your ultimate beverage destination. With one of the largest selections of beer, wine, and spirits in Michigan featuring over 1,000 options from around the globe, we're your beverage experts. Plus, our friendly team is here to help you find the perfect pick. Visit us in Standish, Grayling, and Gaylord today. Hops and Schnapps, raise your glass, raise your spirits.
A beautiful yard increases both the value of your home and the quality of your life. Commercially, landscaping creates a positive impression of your professionalism and commitment to community, customers, and employees. Cervinsky Sod has been creating and maintaining outdoor spaces for 56 years. Whether your project is residential or commercial, the team at Cervinsky Sod Services will work with you to build and meet budgets and finish the job with top quality and in a timely manner. To get a quote, call 989-835-4810 or visit CervinskySodService.com.
Midland Eye Care wants you to know the pervasive use of technology can lead to digital eye strain, burning or tired eyes, headaches, fatigue, loss of focus, blurred or double vision. Overexposure light from electronic devices may also increase the likelihood of developing serious eye conditions such as age-related macular degeneration. To give your eyes a rest, remember 20-20-20. Every 20 minutes, take a 20-second break and look at something 20 feet away. This message brought to you by Midland Eye Care, your vision source on Eastman Road in Midland, on Cedar and Gladwin, and now on East Washington in Freeland.
Now, wait a second, Sharon. So the Midland Area Community Foundation runs the Midland Area Santa House?
You bet we do.
And Midland Area River Days?
Absolutely.
Plus scholarships for students and grants for local nonprofits? That's like hitting the cycle and impacting our community.
Anyone can step up to the plate and help build community capital for as little as $5.
$5? That's the cost of a snack at the ballpark. How do I get in the game?
Just visit MidlandFoundation.org and make a gift to our Community Investment Fund. Every dollar makes a difference.
Join the team. Give today at MidlandFoundation.org.
In every town, there's a team that brings us together. A team that stands for more than just the game. It's tradition. It's family. It's where we belong. Because this isn't just baseball. It's community. It's pride. It's home. This is the Great Lakes Loons, everyone's hometown team. Scrolling? Make it count. Want local sports content that actually matters? Yeah. 100.9 The Mitt is loaded with local highlights, viral plays, breaking sports news, and takes you can't get enough of. It's hot! Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube today, and you'll never be out of the loop on the Lions, Tigers, Pistons, Red Wings, Michigan State, and even the biggest stories in high school sports in the Great Lakes Bay region. 100.9 The Mitt, Mid-Michigan's sports leader. We're in your town, your school, your huddle. 100.9 The Mitt is here for sports fans in the Great Lakes Bay region. From the hardwoods of Saginaw to Midland's Friday Night Lights. From the streets of Bay City to Freeland, Frankenmuth, and Hemlock. We roll through Beaverton, Auburn, Pinconning, Essexville, and Shepherd. All the way to Gladwin, Birch Run, Coleman, and Bridgeport. This is your sports station. High school, college, NFL, the Loons. It's all right here. 100.9 The Mitt, Mid-Michigan sports leader.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
All right, welcome back in. It's the Ben Bosscher Show right here on 100.9 The Mitt. Hope everyone's having a good start to their Wednesday. About 45 minutes from now, we'll give away tickets to the Michigan State game for this Saturday against Youngstown State. In the meantime, let's hit the news.
The Mitt's Morning Catch.
All right, let's hop into the news, Ben.
Okay.
Big news coming out of out west, out in Santa Clara, that affects the Michigan fans here. a.k.a. Mr. Money Moody. Jake Moody has been waived from the 49ers, the former third-round pick. Remember when we thought the Lions should draft Jake Moody, and then the Niners were like, screw it, we're taking him round 3. This never works out, man.
Ever.
It legitimately is unreal how proven this is that drafting kickers early doesn't work. Jake Moody waived yesterday by the Niners.
I believe his last 23 field goal attempts, he hit 11 of them. How does that even happen?
He was pretty solid in his rookie season, too, and then year 2 just really fell apart.
Well, he sprained his ankle and then just never was the same after that. He has the longest field goal kick in Super Bowl history.
That's right, yeah. Wow, I forgot about that. Is Jake Moody done? Nah, he'll end up with another squad, right?
These guys will get tryouts for other teams. I don't know if he'll be kicking again this year unless there's an injury. But do you remember how lights out this guy was in college?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's why he got drafted in the 3rd round. He was insane.
He was automatic for Michigan.
Money Moody, man. I wanted the Lions to draft this guy.
In 5 years at Michigan, he went 148 for 148 on extra points. Impressive. His last, I guess he only went 29 for 35 his final season, but he also led the Big Ten in points and field goals and field goal attempts. So the 29 for 35, it's only 82%, but I mean, when you hit the most field goals in college football, what are you going to do?
Like, it's not like he was one of the deeper kickers in all of college as well. Yeah, I mean, there was arguments I remember at draft time, like, this guy's going to be your kicker the next 15 years. Why would you not take him in the 5th round?
Nope.
You know?
Nope.
And then all of a sudden, the Niners take him in round 3. He's cut in 2 years.
Tough day to beat Jake Moody.
Yeah. Also, the 49ers placing George Kittle on IR, so he's going to miss the next 4 weeks at minimum. Sorry to you, George Kittle fantasy owners, because he's going to be out for quite some time.
I'm playing against him this week.
Well, you not anymore.
Nope. You're right. Not anymore.
All right, we did a Tigers thing in the opening segment. Let's quickly talk about Game 2 today. 7:05, first pitch. We mentioned it. Jack Flaherty on the mound, taking on the lefty Carlos Rodon. This game tonight is on MLB Network.
And Amazon Prime.
And Amazon Prime. I didn't know that. Okay, that's cool. So that means it's probably not on FanDuel Sports Network.
No, I'd imagine not.
But last night it was. I was correct about when it's on TBS, it's still on the FanDuel Sports Network.
Were you watching the Benetti game or were you watching the TBS game?
I was watching the Benetti game.
I was watching TBS. Heavily Yankees favored.
I honestly kind of like, though, when the Tigers, like when they usually are on TBS or Fox or whatever, I will watch it usually on that just because it's more of a grand scale, obviously.
I'm curious to see what the Amazon Prime coverage looks like today. I don't think I've watched a game on Amazon Prime this year.
I have not either. So.
I love the Thursday Night Football coverage on it. I'm excited for that tomorrow.
That's why
I guess I get a little taste of it tonight.
That's why I'm so excited for NBA on Prime this season, just because of how much I love the Thursday Night Football broadcast.
They're just fun. You know, with
we're
Sherman.
getting our Amazon Thursday night this week, because
tomorrow.
Yeah, last week was on NBC. Yeah.
Sherman and
Fitzpatrick, Andrew Whitworth.
Yep.
A great crew. Taylor Rook's usually on the sideline. Yeah, it's a great broadcast.
Al Michael, Kirk Herbstreit.
Of course, which the fact Al Michaels is still going, man.
Let him go forever.
I like Herbstreit too, dude. I'm a big Herbstreit guy. He gets some hate, but I'm a fan of him. All right, anyways. Moving on, more baseball news. Kyle Schwarber hit his 50th home run last night. He's the first to 50 in the National League. He's trying to chase down Cal Raleigh, but Shohei Ohtani just behind Kyle Schwarber, but he's at 50. Cool. Our boy, Christian Watson. Yeah, news for him. He signs an extension with the Packers. A 1-year, $13.25 million contract extension. He's rehabbing from the ACL injury. This guy is going to hit free agency, and no one was going to sign him if they didn't extend him. So, kind of surprised by this number here.
You don't think anyone would have signed him?
I mean, somebody would have, but not to this number.
$13 million for a guy who's been average, always hurt, and also recovering from a torn ACL?
Yeah. I get it's just 1 year, but, still. Watson's nothing special.
I think they just want to make sure that they can run it back with this group for the entirety of next season, too. But, yeah, I don't think he's anything special.
Yeah, I don't either. More NFL news. Jalen Carter, his ejection is going to be the only suspension that he gets for the spitting incident in Thursday's opening game last week against the Cowboys. The NFL says They're not going to give him any suspension. Basically, the first game was a suspension because he literally didn't play a single snap. So nothing more coming for Carter.
So if this would have happened in the middle of the game, like let's say it happened halfway through the first, do you think he would have got suspended?
Probably, honestly. I bet he would have, yeah. The fact that it literally happened technically before the game had started, not before it started, but you know what I mean.
0 snaps on defense
before the defense had gotten out on the field, yeah. So I think this is fair. Like, I think this is a good job from the NFL. I think it's probably just a one-game type of thing.
This is a learning opportunity for Jalen Carter. It's not a punishment. It's a learning opportunity for him.
The multiple altercations at Georgia were learning opportunities as well?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe.
Well, you know what was crazy, though? What was the college game? Was it the Florida USF game? Yeah, I think a Florida player spit on a USF player's face.
Really? I missed this.
You missed this?
Yeah.
It's like, were you inspired by this? Did you see him doing? You're like, I want to do that? Did you, I want to be Jalen Carter?
Ejected from the game, and you were like, yeah.
Like, no one's going to see me do it.
Did they get ejected from the game?
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
What am I watching? You just saw this, and you can't convince me he just, didn't see it. I've never seen someone get, a player spit on another player during a football game, and it happened twice over the weekend.
No, that straight up doesn't happen. I mean, that literally never happens in any sport. Remember when Rondo spit at Chris Paul? They got into it in that fight years back when it was Lakers-Rockets. This was some years ago. Like one of the opening games of the season. That was a big one, too.
Spit on the opponent.
Multiple suspensions given out in that, yeah. Speaking of suspensions, this is kind of old news, but I figured we'd throw it out here. The fan that shoved both DeAndre Hopkins and Lamar Jackson in the helmet after they scored their touchdown has been banned from Bills games for the rest of his life. Can never go back to a Bills game.
You see the news segment he did?
No, of the guy?
Yeah. He's just making
on the news?
He's making a complete fool of himself. It was in a neck brace. Started crying at the end of it in a very fake way. Like basically playing the victim. Like, I would never do this. I'm so sorry.
And the people that are mad at Lamar, by the way,
no.
and Lamar apologized and everything, you shouldn't have to apologize, man. If the guy shoves you, you can shove him back.
Especially in the heat of the moment, you're not expecting to get shoved by a fan.
Yeah. And I don't know, something about the quarterback doing it, it just makes me, I love that. That it wasn't Hopkins that did it, it was the quarterback of the team doing it. I don't know.
That fan went on to say I was playing against Lamar in fantasy, that's why I did it. While he was in tears and in a neck brace.
What?
A complete fool of himself.
So if you weren't playing Lamar in fantasy, you wouldn't have done it. I doubt that.
It felt like he was trying to go viral. Trying really hard to go viral.
That's what it sounds like. Bad stuff there. Okay, obviously yesterday, Gleyber Torres, it was his first return to Yankee Stadium for the Tigers. And before returning there as an opponent, he actually visited an old friend. It was the Yankees team barber. He went and got a haircut from his old barber, said that they were really good friends when he was there. And he gave a few quotes. I'll read some of them. He said, "I really loved playing in New York. That's the city everybody wants to play in. It was never pressure. It was just frustration in the moment because I didn't do my job. I didn't play good defensively or offensively. And as a player, you have egos. When things aren't going your way, you're always going to feel frustration." Basically admitting to playing poor at the end of his Yankees tenure, and he doesn't blame the Yankees for not bringing him back. But I'm glad it's worked out for both sides.
I hope he's a Tiger next year, man. I really do.
I also do. All right, we'll end the news here because we've been talking about Cal, Raleigh, Homers, Ohtani. Let's give an update on the odds updates for award winners in Major League Baseball. We all know Shohei Ohtani is going to win the National League MVP. He's minus 50,000, which is crazy. Schwarber is second, though.
Just close the odds at that point.
Yeah, for real.
I'm going to go bet 20. I'm going to go bet next rent on it, win a couple bucks.
Yeah, exactly. Just throw a couple bands on it. Why not? In the American League, Aaron Judge minus 350 to win the award, whereas Cal Raleigh's plus 220. Man, that'd be so unfortunate if Raleigh doesn't win it. Just having one of the best catcher seats. No, I mean, it just, you'd feel a little bad. I'm not saying he deserves to win it over Judge, but he's having maybe the best catching season ever. And he's just not going to win the award because of how good Judge is. As far as Tarek Skubal goes in the American League Cy Young, minus 20,000 at this point. He has become the clear favorite, and Paul Skeens has obviously been the favorite for a long time. Also, minus 50,000 to win the Cy Young.
Let me ask you this. When you were a kid, before gambling infiltrated your mind and you actually kind of just, You didn't really know. There was like the MVP
Yeah, it didn't happen
ladders.
till the end of the year.
The
Yeah.
articles. You kind of went in like, I think this person's going to win. No, I don't know. Like the Heisman Award, I remember sitting, that was like must-watch TV. It was like, who's going to win this?
Right.
And then last year was the first time in a long time where it was like a true, I don't know who's going to win this today. Now
Yeah,
the odds kind of ruin it.
that's actually a good point. The odds, yeah, I mean, the odds totally ruin it because you just know who's going to win.
The odds ruin the awards a little bit. Even when someone's like minus 200, I feel like that never happens because you just kind of know by the end of the season who's going to win. But even when the odds are like low, it's like, I feel like that just means that person's going to win.
Yeah, like when Kenneth Walker should have won the Heisman, but wasn't even invited.
Right. No, I forgot
That was a
about
shocker
that.
for sure.
What were the final odds on the Travis Hunter, Ashton Genty Heisman?
I think they flip-flopped so much that it wasn't even like I don't even know what
You
the
couldn't even bet
well,
on
they
it?
probably closed with Hunter being the major favorite, like when they actually closed. But because by the time you usually can't even bet on it, like a couple days leading up to it. But
Right. Huh.
Yeah, that was a weird time.
All right, 989-837-6125. Winners and whiners when we come back. It's the Ben Bosscher Show on 100.9 The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
Leaky gutters?
No problem.
Shabby shingles?
We got this.
Remodeling?
Yup, that too.
Call Bresky Siding and Building Repair, your roof, gutter, and remodeling experts.
Any job, anywhere. Bresky can do it all.
Call me, Derek Bresky, at Bresky Siding and Building Repair today for all your roofing and gutter needs.
Call my dad, 989-529-8167.
I'm Sarah Stockford, host of 100.9 The Mitt Success Suite, a podcast highlighting the most inspiring female leaders across the Great Lakes Bay region. This month, we spoke with Terry Johnson, President and CEO of Greater Midland.
What faced the most challenges for you? Like, is there a certain role that you were like, public, I know you said public affairs, but there was a certain time period or maybe even a certain event where you're like, okay, this is a challenge I can now take with me throughout my entire career, or any advice that you have for like young professionals that you learned maybe from like a certain lesson?
Yeah, two things come to mind. One, for a period of my Dow career, I managed crisis communications. So nothing's more challenging or a better learning opportunity is when you're kind of feet in the fire, when there's things going on.
Listen to the full episode on YouTube at 100.9 The Mitt. Subscribe and hit the notification button to be alerted when new episodes drop. That's Success Suite with Sarah Stockford.
From making athletic footwear stronger and lighter to powering the future of electric racing vehicles, material science and R&D are the MVPs of innovation. At Dow, we collaborate with customers and partners to tackle a wide range of sports product challenges with cutting-edge advancements in technology. Dow's innovations can help to improve performance and sustainability throughout the world of sports. Dow, at the intersection of sports and science.
Hey Midland, join the Silver Sneakers and Renew Active programs at the Midland Community Center, where fitness for seniors is fun and free. With Silver Sneakers and Renew Active, seniors 65 and older enjoy access to Greater Midland Community Center, North Family Center, and Coleman Family Center, all at no extra cost with eligible Medicare Advantage plans. Dive into all group fitness classes, exclusive Silver Sneakers classes, and our Greater Midland Walking Club. Get moving with Silver Sneakers and Renew Active at the Midland Community Center.
In every town, there's a team that brings us together. A team that stands for more than just the game. It's tradition. It's family. It's where we belong. Because this isn't just baseball. It's community. It's pride. It's home. This is the Great Lakes Loons, everyone's hometown team. From the hometown heroes to the college legends to the pros on Sunday, 100.9 The Mitt is your home for wall-to-wall play-by-play coverage. High school football, basketball, and hockey.
Region champions for the first time in school history.
Michigan State football and basketball.
Touchdown, MSU!
The NFL, Thursday, Sunday, and Monday night primetime games. And don't think we forgot about your hometown team. The Great Lakes Loons.
That ball's over and out of here.
100.9 The Mitt.
Hey, I'm Ben Bosscher.
And I'm Kyle Sandel.
And the two of us are live every weekday on 100.9 The Mitt at 9 a.m. until noon, giving you opinions on the teams that you care about the most.
The Lions, Tigers, Red Wings, Pistons, those teams.
And a whole lot more. Whether we're breaking down a game from the night before, debating the biggest news from the day, or doing a draft or spread picks, we're always having fun. I mean, come on, it's our job to talk about sports. How could we not be having fun?
So if the big games aren't enough for you, if you're a real diehard fan, this show is going to be perfect for you. You can count on us to be your morning sports outlet every day.
The Ben Bosscher Show with Ben Bosscher and Kyle Sandel on 100.9 The Mitt.
Scrolling? Make it count. Want local sports content that actually matters? Yeah. 100.9 The Mitt is loaded with local highlights, viral plays, breaking sports news, and takes you can't get enough of.
It's hot!
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube today, and you'll never be out of the loop on the Lions, Tigers, Pistons, Red Wings, Michigan State, and even the biggest stories in high school sports in the Great Lakes Bay region. 100.9 The Mitt, Mid-Michigan's sports leader.
Bel Air Brown, Dragon's Milk, Mad Hatter, Purple Gang, and Huma Loopalicious. These are names that let the imagination run wild and let the taste buds take a stroll. Welcome to the craft beer craze in Michigan. Bolstered by the Great Lakes and nurtured by the glacier-rich soil, here awaits a brewer's paradise. With fresh hops growing tall in the old Mission Peninsula and fresh barley fields sweeping the mitten, Michigan ranks 5th in the nation in the number of breweries, microbreweries, and brew pubs. From Good Harbor Golden to Whitefish Bay Wheat. From Motown Lager all the way to Park Bench Porter, Michigan is serving up a frosty glass of perfection. Whether you want to take in a game with a two-hearted ale or just sit on a front porch sipping a Steelhead Red, let's tap into life at its fullest and treat ourselves to a taste that's pure Michigan. Your trip begins at Michigan.org.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
(989-837-6125). All right, let's bring it back. It's been a long time since we've done this, but we've been inspired, so we're bringing it back. Wednesday, Winner and Whiners.
It's time for Winners and Whiners.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Oh, this is good.
Hey.
I forgot all about that. We haven't done this in maybe a year. Let's get rolling. I have 3 winners and 3 whiners from just the past week of sports. You want to throw it up in the YouTube?
Oh, yeah.
If anyone's watching on YouTube, enjoy. And if you're in your car, driving around in the Great Lakes Bay region, listening to 100.9 The Mitt, wherever you get where you're going, you don't have to stop listening. Just pull up the YouTube stream. You can see all the winners and whiners. I'll paint the picture, though. How about our first whiner, that Phillies fan? You know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you do yourself a favor. Go to Twitter, go to Instagram, and just search Phillies fan. There's a home run ball that gets hit, kind of just bounces. It's kind of up for grabs. You know how it is. It's a free-for-all when it hits the stands. And dad picks it up, brings it over to his kid, boom, puts it in his kid's glove. This woman comes over and is just irate. Like, you stole that ball from me, give it back, freaking out. Dad's like, whatever, man, like, take the ball. I'm not doing this argument anymore. And then everyone starts booing this woman, and she starts flipping off the entire section. This is the reason we're doing winners and whiners again. I don't know this name. Like, I saw a bunch of people on Twitter that were like basically trying to uncover her name and ruin her life. I think that's maybe one step too far, but this is a whiner, and this is the reason we're doing winners and whiners again.
Legitimately the worst kind of person I think there ever is. Like there's other than doing something illegal, like on a legal level, this is the worst kind of person that exists. The whole like, oh, that's my ball. The dude literally gave it to a kid, bro. You stole the ball back from a kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, oh, man, that is the worst human being behavior there is.
I like the dad's reaction when she comes up and, like, basically starts tapping him on the shoulder. He's like, huh? Like, what is this crazy lady doing?
What are you doing? Yeah, exactly.
He looks startled.
Oh, it's just terrible stuff.
Genuine. That's our first whiner. Winners. I've got kick return specialists. Tank Bigsby. I mean, 1 week of the NFL season goes by, and we've got the Jaguars giving up a 5th and a 6th for a kick returner. There's a reason why. It's because kick returns were at an all-time high in week 1 over the last decade because no one wants to just give the team the other ball at the 35-yard line. Kick returns, special teams, return specialists. They're back. They're winners this week.
Yeah, 75.6% return rate yesterday, or this past week out of all kickoffs in the NFL week 1. That's crazy. First time in 15 years it's been that high. And the teams are just getting the ball like at better spots as well. So, yeah, I think this is a good one. Everyone loves kickoffs, right? I mean, everyone misses the days of the Devin Hesters, the Jacoby Joneses.
Well, maybe they're coming back if they're going to be like the Eagles, the best team, the best organization in the NFL. I mean, they saw 1 week of evidence and they were like, no, we need a better kick returner. Like, we're willing to give up draft capital to do it.
It's crazy, honestly.
And meanwhile, the Lions have a linebacker returning kicks. I can't get over it.
Just wait till he takes one to the house.
He's not going to. He doesn't have the straight line speed to do it.
No, you're probably
right.
Like,
I really can't believe that Dave Phipp continues to throw Grant Stewart out there. He fumbled the very first preseason game, and he hasn't been taken out of the return spot since then. What are we doing? It's a linebacker. You need someone who's speedy. Ugh. Kick return specialist. You guys are winners.
Winner chicken dinner.
Whiner, Brian Callahan, for not knowing the rules and then backtracking his word and saying he did know the rules. He just misinterpreted them.
Yeah, that means you didn't know the rules.
Whole lot of talking. A lot of words coming out of this guy's mouth where it simply could have been like, yeah, I screwed that one up. My bad.
Yeah, one of the more obvious whiners of the week. I mean, we discussed it yesterday, but it's not the fact that
Tennessee Titans head coach, by the way.
Yeah. It's not the fact that he just didn't know the rule. It's the fact that he clearly didn't know the rule and then acted like he did and basically called the reporter stupid for asking him the question about it. And then the next day being like, well, yeah, I mean, I still know the rule. We just kind of didn't really realize. Like, what are you even trying to say?
Yeah.
Just admit, just be up to being wrong. You know,
and
that's the only thing.
His apology was like this, written out, typed out Chat GPT apology.
Right, yeah.
It's like, dude, just go up there and be honest. Up there whining about not knowing the rule, but you were right, but you made one mistake that wasn't as grand as the mistake as it initially thought. Just shut up. Just shut up. Whiner for the week, Brian Callahan. How about another winner? Jameson Williams. Bro got paid right before the season started and then just didn't want to didn't really do much. And it doesn't matter because he's not playing for a contract anymore. You imagine going into a season, it's like, yeah, big year, contract year. If I play well this season, who knows? I could make myself some generational money, set my family up for decades and decades and decades. Break this, you know what I mean? All this, you have all this pressure on yourself to become a top 10 highest paid receiver 12 hours before the game. Here you go. Here's $67 million.
And just how surprising it was, right? I mean, I know that we do see this a lot in the NFL where guys will get paid the night before the first game of the season just to get the contract extension out of the way. But yeah, I mean, this is a major win for Jameson Williams just because the amount of guys that you talk about got to get paid on the Lions. We thought Jameson Williams was at the bottom of that list.
And whether you want to admit it or not, these guys play harder in contract season.
Of course they do.
They just do.
Which it doesn't mean Jameson Williams is going to play any less hard. He's going to be complacent now. But there would have been a little bit of extra pressure on him, I think, to have a crazy season, and now there really isn't.
Now, whether the Lions win, whether the Lions lose, whether he has 10 catches, whether he has 1, he's getting $67 million. Sounds like a winner to me.
How much?
$67 million.
Oh.
That's how much guaranteed it is. Could be more. Another whiner, real quick. Ben Johnson. He just has to be on this list, right? Caleb Williams is his quarterback. He never stopped complaining. Listen to the way Kevin O'Connell talked about Jared Goff talked about J.J. McCarthy after the game versus the way that Ben Johnson has been talking about Caleb Williams the entire offseason. It's just two totally different ways to handle your quarterback.
Ben Johnson's body language the entire game was actually, and I don't think it's that concerning, but Oh my God, he was so negative the whole game. Right? He was just upset the entire game.
He looked mad at Caleb Williams.
He looked really mad just at everyone. And then after the game, he took some responsibility too. But yeah, that's definitely a whiner. He just hates his quarterback. I mean, that's definition of a whiner.
You see the undershirt Caleb Williams was wearing? You see that picture going around?
Uh-uh.
I guess you probably noticed it during the game. It just doesn't match the uniform. It's like gray with stripes. It's got to be different in every way. All right. We got more winners and whiners coming up. We'll recircle back to that to close out the 10 o'clock hour. But this is the Ben Bosscher Show live on 100.9 The Mitt. Hope everyone's having a good start to their Wednesday. We're giving away Michigan State tickets for their game against Youngstown State here in about 20 minutes. Stay tuned. Ben Bosscher Show, 100.9 The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
Whether you love them or can't stand them, surprises are a part of life. I'm Kevin Spencer, your Midland Edward Jones financial advisor, and I can help you get ready for whatever life throws at you, even the welcome surprises. As your needs change, we can change what you need to do to help you end up where you want to be. And while there is never a good time to experience unexpected costs, we can work together to make them feel a little less unexpected.
Edward Jones financial advisor Kevin Spencer at 416 West Wackerly in Midland, under the green awning.
Detours driving you bonkers? Ideal Party Store's got your back with the Detour discount. While the Lafayette Bridge is closed, enjoy 10% off select craft beer 6-packs and 10% off 4 bottles of select wines, 750 milliliters or more, with 2 great locations, 908 North Johnson on the east side and 401 Salzburg on the west side. Ideal Party Store makes every detour worth it. Serving Bay City since 1934, we're here to make you the life of the party.
In every town, there's a team that brings us together. A team that stands for more than just the game. It's tradition. It's family. It's where we belong. Because this isn't just baseball. It's community. It's pride. It's home. This is the Great Lakes Loons, everyone's hometown team.
At the Great Lakes Loons, our commitment to community goes beyond the ballpark. Through the Volunteer program, Loon staff and even players roll up their sleeves to serve the Great Lakes Bay region. From packing food boxes to reading in classrooms and even cleaning up local camps and parks, it's hands-on work that helps build a stronger, more connected community. Volunteer isn't just what we do, it's who we are. Because being part of this region means showing up when it counts. The Great Lakes Loons, serving the Great Lakes Bay region since 2007.
Hey, I'm Ben Bosscher.
And I'm Kyle Sandel.
And the two of us are live every weekday on 100.9 The Mitt at 9 a.m. until noon, giving you opinions on the teams that you care about the most.
The Lions, Tigers, Red Wings, Pistons, those teams.
And a whole lot more. Whether we're breaking down a game from the night before, debating the biggest news from the day, or doing a draft or spread picks, we're always having fun. I mean, come on, it's our job to talk about sports. How could we not be having fun?
So if the big games aren't enough for you, if you're a real diehard fan, this show is going to be perfect for you. You can count on us to be your morning sports outlet every day.
The Ben Bosscher Show with Ben Bosscher and Kyle Sandel on 100.9 The Mitt.
We're in your town, your school, your huddle. 100.9 The Mitt is here for sports fans in the Great Lakes Bay region. From the hardwoods of Saginaw to Midland's Friday Night Lights. From the streets of Bay City to Freeland, Frankenmuth, and Hemlock. We roll through Beaverton, Auburn, Pinconning, Essexville, and Shepherd. All the way to Gladwin, Birch Run, Coleman, and Bridgeport. This is your sports station. High school, college, NFL, the Loons. It's all right here. 100.9 The Mitt, Mid-Michigan sports leader. From the Blazy Electric Studios, this is Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt, WLUN, Pinconning, Bay City, Saginaw, Midland.
Good morning. Welcome into the Ben Bosscher Show. Hour number 2. Hope everyone's having a good start to their Wednesday. 15 minutes from now, we will give away Michigan State tickets for their game against Youngstown State this weekend. We have a spread on that one yet, Kyle? I'd imagine Michigan State's
let me find it.
Favored by a good amount. But, yeah, Michigan State tickets, we've got 4 of them to give away to one lucky listener out there. All you got to do is text in your name to 989-837-6125, but that's not for another 15 minutes. Until then, let's jump into something else. So yesterday we're watching the Yankees game, and Kyle, you said you were watching the FanDuel Sports Network.
I was.
Broadcast. You have a spread on that game?
No.
Oh, okay. It's no big, whatever. I was watching the TBS game, and they made a really big deal of Aaron Judge becoming the 5th Yankee of all time, like the all-time number 5 on the list Yankee to on the home run list. That's what I'm trying to say. He becomes 5th on the all-time home runs list for this New York Yankees team, passing Yogi Berra, 2 more to pass Joe DiMaggio, 3 more to get Babe Ruth right at the top. And I started thinking to myself, like, okay, maybe this is like the best player in sports without a ring. Because the argument goes McDavid, Mike Trout, who has 3 MVPs. Judge is about to have his 4th. I think Judge is ahead of Trout. Is he ahead of McDavid? It probably just depends on who you ask. Yeah, probably. But I started to think to myself, like, who's the best Detroit athlete that doesn't have a ring, current or past? And I think there's 3 that just kind of levitate above everybody else to where, like, I don't even know who else would be in the conversation, but it's Miggy, it's Megatron, and it's Barry Sanders. Does anyone else deserve any sort of, like, yeah, I guess you can throw them into that too?
Well, most of the Red Wings legends got rings, so that comes into play. Yeah, I mean, as far as all time goes, because even if you go current Detroit athletes, none of them have won rings, you know? So it's
Correct.
like, it's basically just who's the best current Detroit athlete at that point. So yeah, all time, it's got to be Barry Sanders, right? It just has to be Barry Sanders, potentially the best running back of all time, like one of the best peaks of all time at least, won an MVP as a running back.
Different era, but yes, still impressive.
Still did it, yeah, exactly. So I would think it's got to be. And are you talking like winning a ring with Detroit?
I guess we can do either.
Because
like all the great Pistons
Cabrera has
have
a
them.
ring, you know.
I guess then I am talking with Detroit.
Okay.
Because Megatron, I think.
Because then we could be a technicality and be like, well, Patrick Kane is like a legend, didn't win one with Detroit.
True.
You know, but
and that's why I didn't have
not as a Detroit
Verlander on
team.
the list too. But I don't know. For some reason, I still included Miggy on this because I feel like he never got one when he was the guy. JV was the guy.
Yeah, but he was still like he still was really important in that series though with that Florida one. You know?
Correct. The Florida Marlins.
Yes.
No,
it's for sure Barry, right? It just had like whether or not we're counting Cabrera or not, even if Cabrera counts, I think it's just absolutely Barry.
I'm trying to think of like just a way to be different and have a different answer, but it probably is.
I mean,
Barry
what's
Sanders.
the Megatron argument?
That he's the best receiver of all time. If he
No,
does,
he's not.
Let me finish my sentence.
Okay, my bad.
If he never hangs it up early, like I think that is an argument, and I don't think he ever plays as long as Jerry Rice. He played like 19 seasons.
Yeah, that's just the part that's just like
I think
if he does play crazy long, like passing Jerry Rice is just as the best receiver ever is impossible.
I think Megatron is the most perfectly built receiver of all time. He's not the greatest receiver of all time, but like if you built a receiver in a lab, Megatron would come out of it. Like he was unstoppable. Even though he only played for 9 seasons, he was unstoppable. There's never been a receiver like him, and there never will be again.
And I think the argument for Barry is that he did hang it up early and is still potentially considered the best running back ever.
Yeah. Those two guys, like those highlight reels pop up, and it's like, my God, like how did this not work out in their respective eras with the Detroit Lions?
And it's the weird part with Detroit, or not with Detroit, with the Lions out of all the other teams, because when you think about the greats of the other teams in the city, they are considered greats because they won rings with the teams, you know? All of the Pistons legends, I mean, literally all of the top guys in Pistons history that we go through, all of them were part of championship teams.
Not Bob Lanier.
Okay, sure. Dave Bing, I guess, could get a name. The mayor, you know, he could get tossed into this.
The mayor.
Grant Hill, you know, but like all of the, you know, Dumars, Thomas, and then you go to the 2004 team, Ben Wallace, Chauncey Billups. Like these guys are Pistons legends and some of the best players in franchise history because they were a part of championship teams. Same for all the Red Wings guys as well. So the Lions is weird because obviously they've never won one. So you're basically just picking the best Lion of all time. And the best Lion of all time, I think, to most and every Lions fan is Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders, Megatron, I think deserves like a little bit of love there.
Yeah.
Bubba Baker, Al Baker, all-time sacks leader in a season if they would have counted back in the day. Didn't officially become a stat until after his era, but he probably deserves some love there too.
Can't count Stafford, obviously. Got himself
one. Oh, does that mean I can't count Miggy?
I mean, it just depends on what the question is. Like, is it the best Detroit athlete without a ring, or is it the best athlete to not win a ring in Detroit?
I think it's the latter.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that is fair.
Like, Verlander deserves some love here too, but I don't know. I just didn't want, like, if it's going to be a Detroit Tiger, it's going to be Miguel Cabrera. He's one of the best hitters ever.
Yeah.
I was just curious because, like, they were making
stuff.
They were making a really big deal of the Aaron Judge stuff yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, we've had this conversation a few times this summer. We had, like, a pretty in-depth, not argument, but just conversation about it. Like,
well, it really just comes down to,
I think Judge is one of the best players ever to not have a ring. Like, just in this history of sports, like, just the stuff that Judge has done and the fact that he's on the Yankees of all teams and doesn't have a ring is honestly absurd at this point.
I can think of 4 people who deserve an argument for best athletes without a ring currently. It's Judge, it's McDavid.
Yeah.
And then I think it's the 2 quarterbacks we saw on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, Josh
Mike
Allen.
Trout, though, man. I mean, we can't forget about Mike Trout.
I'm not forgetting about Mike Trout.
Was taking MVPs from Miguel Cabrera. We got to remember that.
That's true. But if Judge gets his 4th MVP and we're going to pick a baseball player, it's just Judge, right?
Yeah, I think so, but I don't want to discount Mike Trout. But I get what
I'm
you're
not
saying.
trying to.
Yeah.
And then with the football guys, like, I don't think either of them have a better leg to stand on, Lamar versus Allen. Because I think Allen's just been the better quarterback, but Lamar has the 2 MVPs.
Right. They've only faced off in the playoffs one time this past season, so it's not like they have like one of them has like the upper hand over the other one, I guess, necessarily, just because they haven't played very much.
Right. I think between those 4 guys, it's got to be one of them. And I think you can make an argument for every single one of them. Because I think Allen and Lamar are truly like 2 of the 10 best quarterbacks ever.
Are we discounting any NBA guys? Current NBA
Because
guys?
all the best NBA players of all time have rings.
No. I'm saying like current, because we're doing the you just said the current guys in the league that, like Chris Paul, obviously.
No.
Chris Paul's one of the better players without a ring.
Yeah, but he doesn't fit into the conversation with those other guys we were talking about. Not like
you're right.
Judge and Allen.
Yeah.
Like, the thing with basketball is if you're one of the best players in the NBA, like, you'll find a way to a ring.
Yeah.
That's not the case in baseball. It's not the case in football unless you are like truly one of those special
for sure
quarterbacks.
Find your way to a ring. Like the top guys, yes. But I guess the top guys in the NFL all don't. So you're right. Yeah.
Well, unless you're a quarterback, that's kind of the exception.
But Allen and Lamar both don't. There's a lot of really good quarterbacks ever that don't.
They don't have a ring because of one specific guy who's just like better than them. That's the reason. It's not like they just keep falling. I mean, they do keep falling short in the playoffs. That's how it was in the 90s
NBA, though, too. Like, think about all the legends that we'd think about differently if Michael Jordan just never existed.
You mean in one of the weaker eras of the NBA ever?
I'm just saying, like, think about how you'd feel about Charles Barkley and as much as a bad guy he is, Karl Malone, like those guys, how much differently you'd think of them if they were able to sneak in some rings.
Yeah. I don't think any NBA players currently playing deserve the attention that we give to those other 4 guys. I think those are the best guys without a ring right now in terms of the current players in Detroit.
It's just the 4 best players,
Penei Sewell, Aiden. I'm going to pump the brakes on any Aiden Hutchinson depoy stuff right now. So I don't know.
Hutchinson, Sewell, Tarek Skubal, Cade Cunningham.
I was just very curious about it because of how much of a big deal it was for Aaron Judge to become the fifth in all-time Yankees history in home runs, passing Yogi Berra, and the fact that he has to have. You catch how many I said he has to pass Babe Ruth?
Wait, say that again.
How many more home runs he would need to pass Babe Ruth?
Oh,
number
man.
1. You want to just take a wild guess? I said it earlier.
I really don't. It's probably over 100.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
300.
Oh, man.
He's 300 away from becoming the all-time home run leader in New York.
Give him some time,
Crazy.
I mean, he still probably will get that, though.
No, because he's a lot older than people
6
realize,
more
right?
seasons? He hit 50 bombs a year for 6 years? Maybe he won't do it towards the tail end of his career. But
I mean, he's 33.
Judge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's zero sign of
no
regression.
way he hits 50 homers when he's 38, right? Yeah.
I wouldn't think so, but then again.
But he's going to hit 60 for a couple of those years, so it's like.
Then again, I'm not betting against this guy.
Yeah, it's a
ever.
good point.
Ever.
That's a really good point. So yeah, I'd love to hear what the people have to think though. If it's just for sure Barry Sanders, or if someone has a better argument for someone else as far as the best Detroit athlete ever without a ring.
Got a couple comments in the YouTube. Miggy has a ring, trying to let me know about that. Megatron or Barry's correct. Someone suggested Charles Barkley.
Well, I think that was just when we were talking about the stuff from the 90s.
Correct.
I threw out his name.
989-837-6125. You guys can let us know. We'll also give away Michigan State tickets when we come back, thanks to our friends at Garber Chevrolet. Big Win Wednesday, every Wednesday here on The Ben Bosscher Show. Stay secure, stay connected, stay ahead with Linked Technologies, your local IT experts in Midland. From small businesses to large operations, they provide custom tech solutions that actually make your life a little bit easier. Specializing in networking, cybersecurity, cloud services, and managed IT support all under one roof. Fast, reliable service with real people who speak your language. Whether you're upgrading, protecting, or troubleshooting, Linked Technologies keeps your systems running smooth. Visit linkedtechsolutions.com and see how they can help your business work smarter, not harder. It's the Ben Bosscher Show, 100.9 The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
I'm Sarah Stockford, host of 100.9 The Mitt Success Suite, a podcast highlighting the most inspiring female leaders across the Great Lakes Bay region. This month, we spoke with Terry Johnson, President and CEO of Greater Midland.
What faced the most challenges for you? Like, is there a certain role that you were like, public, I know you said public affairs, but there was a certain time period or maybe even a certain event where you're like, okay, this is a challenge I can now take with me throughout my entire career, or any advice that you have for like young professionals that you learned maybe from like a certain lesson?
Yeah, two things come to mind. One, for a period of my Dow career, I managed crisis communications. So nothing's more challenging or a better learning opportunity is when you're kind of feet in the fire, when there's things going on.
Listen to the full episode on YouTube at 100.9 The Mitt. Subscribe and hit the notification button to be alerted when new episodes drop. That's Success Suite with Sarah Stockford.
Discover championship golf with amazing views at Apple Mountain in Freeland. Whether you're chasing birdies or just out for a relaxing round, Apple Mountain offers a stunning 18-hole experience for every skill level. Perfect greens, scenic fairways, and a course that plays as beautifully as it looks. Book your tee time now at applemountain.com. Apple Mountain. Golf elevated. Just minutes from Saginaw, but miles from the ordinary.
Detours driving you bonkers? Ideal Party Store's got your back with the Detour discount. While the Lafayette Bridge is closed, enjoy 10% off select craft beer 6-packs and 10% off 4 bottles of select wine, 750 milliliters or more. With 2 great locations, 908 North Johnson on the east side and 401 Salzburg on the west side. Ideal Party Store makes every detour worth it. Serving Bay City since 1934, we're here to make you the life of the party.
At Aird Insurance Group, they're more than just policies. They're your trusted partners in protecting what matters most.
Whether it's auto, home, life, or business insurance, their team takes the time to understand your needs and find the best coverage for your unique situation.
With personalized service and unbeatable rates, Aird Insurance Group makes protecting your future easy.
Call Aird Insurance Group today and see why their clients trust them to keep them covered.
Aird Insurance Group.
The experience matters.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
Who wants to go to the Michigan State game on Saturday? All right, you've got a chance to win. I want you to text in your name to 989-837-6125. Just text in your name to 989-837-6125 for a chance to win 4 tickets to Michigan State's game this Saturday against Youngstown State. We'll let those messages fly in. Once again, thanks to our friends at Garber Chevrolet. Big Win Wednesday is possible here in the Great Lakes Bay region. Always sending somebody home with some tickets to something. This week just happens to be the Michigan State tickets. So if you want to win, go ahead and do that. In the meantime, let's take a trip around the league.
It's time to zoom out and go around the league.
All right, Kyle, I got something good for you today.
I see that.
So, in honor of the Sunday night game, which I think is going to go down as the best regular season game of the year, and if it doesn't, well, then I guess we all win, right?
Yeah, we get another good game. Yeah, for sure.
We all win. If that's the case, I want to go over some of the most memorable games in the history, not the history, of the last decade in the NFL. And I want to see if you can remember them. So here's what I did. I asked ChatGPT for the most memorable NFL games of the regular season.
Right, let's let a robot pick.
Yes. And then I went in and adjusted them. I gave you a hint.
Oh, so this is adjusted by a robot and I'll be nice.
Okay. I give you a hint, and I need you to answer a certain question for each of these games, okay?
Sounds like a lot, but let's do it.
All right.
I can't just start ripping them off?
Nope. Game number 1.
This is the best game in the last 10 years.
That's what they're saying.
Okay. Well, we're starting at the top of the list.
Yes.
Okay.
I need both teams and a final score here.
Oh, my. Final score?
Hold on. First game in NFL history where both teams scored 50+.
Oh, okay.
That's your only hint.
Yeah, Rams-Chiefs Monday night game. I think it was 54-51, if I'm correct. Rams win.
Nailed it.
Okay.
1 for 1.
Nice.
Tyreek Hill over 200 yards in this one. Goff and Mahomes both go over 400. It's only happened 7 times in NFL history. Chris Jones, Aaron Donald both have 2 sacks. And Samson Mbuka had 2 defensive touchdowns for the Rams.
Yeah, look, the people that say this game isn't one of the best ever because, defense is the best type of football.
No, this was incredible.
Get out of here, man. That game was insane. I love defense as much as the next guy, but you got to love a good shootout every once in a while, and that was the best shootout ever.
Game number 2. Here's the question I need you to answer. Who did the Bills lose to in overtime in this November 2022 game? The unthinkable happened. Josh Allen fumbled on his own 1-yard line just for the defense to pick it up, walk it into the end zone, give his team 6 points and the lead. One of the league's best wide receivers made one of the best catches of his career on a 4th and 18. That's your hint.
Yeah, this was the Minnesota Vikings beating the Buffalo Bills on the Josh Allen attempted tush push, and the ball comes out. God, I forgot about this one.
You didn't because you remembered it.
Well, but I just at first, because as soon as you said Buffalo, I thought this was going to be the Hail Murray with the Cardinals beating the Bills, and that's what I immediately thought of. But then I realized, no, this is the Vikings game. The Joe Davis incredible call, the catch of his life, Justin Jefferson, basically just throw it up to him, and it was caught. Yeah, that was an awesome game, man.
It feels like Justin Jefferson has like 3 catches like that a year.
The catch of his life.
Yeah.
Man, that was so good.
That's how good he is. All right. Number 3.
Okay, wait, can I ask a question before you do number 3?
Sure.
How many of these are playoff games? Because I figured ChatGPT would just throw out a bunch of Super Bowls.
I think it's only 1.
Really? Okay, that's surprising.
Game number 3. Here's the question. I need both teams and the winning team. No final score. Hint. This is one of the most shocking walk-offs in league history. 2 laterals helped Ryan Fitzpatrick take down one of the league's best teams.
Oh, yeah. This is the Dolphins and Patriots. Kenyon Drake with Rob Gronkowski on defense trying to stop him. Oh, my God. This was so good. Iron Eagle on the call for this one. They played this as a promo for a bunch of, commercials of NFL games, basically, for a couple years in a row because of how crazy this was. Yeah, man, that was an awesome game.
The Miami Miracle. Why Gronkowski was out there in general, I don't know.
Just to try to catch a deep ball, I guess.
Hail Mary, yeah.
Oh, my God. Gronkowski trying to track down Kenyon Drake as he scurries up the sideline is one of the most hilarious clips ever.
You nailed it. 34-33.
Okay.
December 9th, 2018, the Miami Miracle.
Yeah, would have never gotten the score for that one. But
that's why I wasn't asking for it. You're 3 for 3. Next question. I need both of the coaches in this game and the winner of the game. Here's your hint. It's the final game of the season.
I know. I already know it. I don't even need to hear anything else.
Can I finish the hint? Can I finish the hint for our people?
Sure.
Win and in playoff stakes. Tie would have sent both teams to the playoffs, but one team decided to kick a game-winning field goal instead. Who are the coaches? Who's the winner of the game?
Yeah, Raiders, Chargers. Raiders get into the playoffs. Brandon Staley mistakenly decides to call a timeout when the Raiders were essentially going to just boot the game. They were going to lose, or they were going to tie it, and then Staley calls the timeout, and all of a sudden the Raiders are like, wait, what? They were basically just like going to kneel it out. And then they give a handoff away. Josh Jacobs scurries it. They get into field goal range. They kick the game-winning field goal. I actually, though, am trying to remember who the was Josh McDaniels the coach of the Raiders here?
Nope.
Oh, who was their coach? That's the one part that I'm struggling with.
You want another hint?
Sure. Who was their
it
coach?
wasn't Gruden.
I knew it wasn't Gruden.
But he was the coach that was employed to start the season.
Yes, it was who did replace Gruden. Oh, I'm going to forget this, man, because he didn't get another head coaching job. And they should have.
I haven't heard of this guy since.
They should have hired him, though, because obviously McDaniels was who they went at. Who was it?
Rich Bisaccia.
Yeah. No, I remember a lot of people really liked him. But, yeah, I did like a deep dive TikTok on this game just a couple years ago, just like reminiscing it because there was a scenario. Because my buddy, big Steelers fan, if you really remember this situation correctly, the Steelers would have been booted out of the playoffs after essentially – the only scenario that they don't get in is a tie of that game, and it actually almost happened. Man, that was fun.
Crazy. Justin Herbert converted six first downs on fourth down. So I guess he converted 6 fourth downs in one drive.
Yeah,
in the
Mike
fourth
Williams
quarter.
had that huge 40-yard completion. They scored a touchdown on 4th and goal from the 15 to send it to OT. Just crazy stuff.
Next one. I just need the teams involved. Here's your hint. 1 first overall pick and 1 MVP duked it out Monday night in a divisional showdown. 9 rushing touchdowns between the two. 1 quarterback left with cramps, then came back to return in the fourth quarter, throws a game-winning touchdown. That's your hint.
Can I get a year?
2020.
A first overall pick and an MVP. Oh, man.
Duking it out in a high-scoring game. 47-42 is the final.
On Monday night, huh?
Yep.
Man, this is the first one that I really don't recognize right away. Are either of these guys still in the league?
Oh, yeah. It's 2020.
Yeah. Well, I just didn't know if maybe the MVP was like Tom Brady or something, you know? Oh, man, I'm really struggling to think of who this one could be. I'm just running through first overall picks to think about if is it Kyler Murray in the Cardinals versus someone?
Nope.
I don't think I know this one. I don't really want to sit here and guess if I don't know it. So.
Ravens 47, Browns 42. Lamar Jackson leaves and Baker Mayfield. Lamar Jackson leaves because of cramps, comes back in, throws the game-winning touchdown.
I guess I remember the cramps thing now that you do say that again. I don't really remember the game, though, itself very much, honestly.
You want to know who got some run when he was out in the locker room?
Was it Tyler Huntley?
Trace McSorley, baby.
Wow, throw it on a dime?
You nailed it.
Everybody knows that song, right?
All right, this one's a layup. I need the final score and the participants of this Super Bowl. Best defensive play in Super Bowl history to walk off a game.
Seahawks, Pats. You said you need a final score?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to remember the score. I think it was relatively low scoring, like 23-21 or something.
31-24.
Okay, yeah, I was never going to get the score for that. But yeah, Malcolm Butler obviously pick off in the end zone. Definitely the most memorable Super Bowl, probably at least of our lifetimes, right?
That or
maybe Mahomes and Brady winning his ring without the Pats, like that one could be it.
Or 28-3.
Yeah, oh, you're right. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good ones. How is that not on the list, huh?
I don't know.
That's the only playoff game on here?
Yeah.
Interesting.
This one's a little tougher. So all I need is one team. Because I'm going to give you one in this hint. George Kittle's legendary 4th and 2 catch and run with multiple stiff arms helped set up the 49ers to kick this game-winning field goal against this NFC foe. 49ers 48, this team 46, 2019.
Oh, man, why am I not remembering this? Oh, wait, was it the Cowboys?
Nope. It was the Saints. I looked up
can't
this
remember
play
this
because I
game.
didn't really remember it
Yeah,
either.
I can't remember this one.
Kittle, someone tries to tackle Kittle, and he stiff arms this guy into another universe. Some other guy comes, and he basically drags him for 15 yards to set up the field goal. Great stuff.
Interesting.
Michael Thomas, 11 receptions, 130 yards, and a touchdown. Remember Slant Boy?
Oh, of course. Of course I remember Michael Thomas. Man, he got so much slander for no reason. Now he's kind of psycho, though. He kind of like lost his mind a little bit.
All right, we got 3 more.
Okay.
I just need the teams involved in this one. First 70-point game in 57 years. Most total yardage in a single game since 1951.
Yes, this would be the Dolphins and the Broncos. This was Sean Payton, right? First year Sean Payton? Or
Yeah.
maybe it was first year Russell
No,
Wilson, no Sean Payton.
this is Nathaniel
That's what
Hackett.
It was. Yeah, so it was Russ was there, but Payton was not there yet. Yeah, this game was awesome, man. I mean, just
This is the same young core for the Dolphins that
Robbie
they have right now.
Chosen came into the end of the game and caught a dime from Mike White from like 70 yards out just to add it even on to get to 70 points.
It's the same core, same group of guys. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Tua Tagovailoa.
This is on here for most memorable games, huh? The
I mean, they put up
biggest
70.
blowout ever.
They put up
Like,
70.
Who was watching this game after the third quarter?
Yeah, but
you know?
do you remember like the feeling that
Give
Monday?
me Dolphins-Ravens from 2 years ago in week 2. That game was nuts.
Do you remember like the feeling though, like of like, oh my God, is Miami like, are they gonna win the Super Bowl? We talked about Miami
Yeah.
like they were like
Yeah,
the
it's
new
the best
Chiefs.
offense of all time, yeah.
They were the new Chiefs.
Tyreek had his best year of his career without Mahomes. It was unreal.
2 more. I just need both teams and the deficit that one team overcame. Here's your hint. Saturday game in September,
Vikings-Colts.
we saw the largest comeback in NFL history.
Vikings-Colts. This game was the weirdest ever. I think it was 33-0, right?
33 was the deficit.
Okay, so it was 33. But what was so it was 36-3 or something?
I don't know if it was 36-3 or 36-0, but the
fact that I
final was
actually got that is
39-36.
Yeah, that game was awesome, dude. That was the craziest game. And it was Saturday, so it was the only game on. Yeah, that was a good one.
No, I think it was like a triple header Saturday.
But like I'm saying it was the only one that was on like, at
that time.
Yeah, so everyone was watching it. Yeah.
Final one. I didn't remember this one. I'll be honest
That
with you.
Vikings-Colts one's a good poll, by the way. I like that one being on here.
I didn't remember this one. I'll be honest with you. I think I remembered about 8 of these. Here's your hint. Up 13 with less than 2 minutes to go. The Browns lose in the most Browns way possible to this AFC team, thanks to an onside kick recovery and an interception from Jacoby Brissett. Who is the opponent?
Oh, so Brissett was the QB, so this wasn't that long ago. This would have been like 2021 or 2.
22.
Oh, Browns losing the most Browns way possible. I'm like kind of ringing a bell, but I don't want to spend too much time thinking about it. Was it NFC or AFC you said?
AFC.
No, I don't think I know it. I don't think I know it.
It's the Jets, led by Joe Flacco.
Oh, really? Out of all guys. Huh. That's pretty funny.
There you go.
Hey, not a bad list from ChatGPT. I'm not that disappointed. I figured it would be kind of basic and just be a bunch of Super Bowls.
Nope.
But a pretty good list.
I told it regular season, and then they still gave me the Malcolm Butler one because it was just just that crazy. 989-837-6125. Hey, Parker Meadows, is he back? Get to the bottom of that when we come back. Also, you got one less chance to text in 989-837-6125. Just text in your name for a chance to win Michigan State tickets to this Saturday's game against Youngstown State. All right, we'll be right back with a winner. And we're getting to the bottom of whether or not Parker Meadows is back. It's the Ben Bosscher Show on 100.9 The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
At Sandy Ridge, our completely renovated clubhouse is ready for you. With a brand new full kitchen, a spacious deck, and plenty of room for any event, it's the perfect spot for weddings, parties, or any special gathering. And that's not all. Our whole 16 green has been redesigned and is better than ever. Plus, our greens are the truest around, on par with the top courses, but at a price that fits your budget. Come visit us today at Sandy Ridge and see why we're the perfect choice for your next event.
Hey, did you guys catch anything yet?
Not a thing.
Ah, bummer, neither have we. I'm actually just about to head into town. I'm gonna go into Higher Standards Automotive. They got this award-winning service department with amazing technicians and this large parts department in case I want to fix it myself. They got the part there.
Whatever.
No, I'm serious, man. It's out there.
Yeah, just like when you tried to convince me Bigfoot was real.
Ray?
Bigfoot's behind me, isn't he?
Yeah, we got it. Run! Get out! Stop into Higher Standards Automotive, North Eastman Road in Midland, right past the mall.
Is your business protected, connected, and running at full speed? At IronStack Technology, they provide rock-solid IT solutions, cybersecurity, and support tailored for small and mid-sized businesses. From managed services to cloud migration and 24/7 monitoring, they've got your back so you can focus on what matters most, growing your business. Visit IronStackTechnology.com today and build your IT on a foundation of strength. IronStack Technology, IT that works as hard as you do.
We got a game, boys! This week on Sunday Night Football.
SNF sees a QB rematch from the 2023 College Football National Championship. Former Michigan Wolverine J.J. McCarthy and the 1-0 Minnesota Vikings host Michael Penix Jr. and the 0-1 Atlanta Falcons. Coverage at 7:30 presented by Ace Hardware, downtown Midland.
Don't miss a moment right here on Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt. This is more than just a lineup. It's a daily ritual for the die-hard Michigan sports fans. At 6 a.m., Anthony Bellino wakes up the state with Spin on Sports.
I do not believe it.
At 9, the Ben Bosscher Show is appointment listening hosted here in the Great Lakes Bay region.
I would like to buy some Casey Mize stock.
America's Best takes over at noon. The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Well, what about Patrick Mahomes?
And at 3, Bill Simonson brings it home on The Huge Show. Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt for the most passionate fans in Michigan. Scrolling? Make it count. Want local sports content that actually matters? Yeah. 100.9 The Mitt is loaded with local highlights, viral plays, breaking sports news, and takes you can't get enough of.
It's hot!
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube today, and you'll never be out of the loop on the Lions, Tigers, Pistons, Red Wings, Michigan State, and even the biggest stories in high school sports in the Great Lakes Bay region. 100.9 The Mitt, Mid-Michigan's sports leader.
High school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches, so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation, so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our AD for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
From all of us at the NIAAA, thank you to every athletic administrator in Michigan for all you do to enrich the lives of your students. It does not go unnoticed. This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Michigan. This message presented by the MHSAA and the Michigan Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
Congratulations to Nick Page. You are going to the Michigan State game. Congratulations to our texter, Nick. You are a winner for Big Win Wednesday. Again, we're giving away tickets to something every single Wednesday. Thanks to our friends at Garber Chevrolet here in Midland, Michigan. Yeah, he's bringing it to Spartan Stadium for them to pick up, hopefully, a win against Youngstown State. Did we ever find a spread on that?
Hopefully. No, there isn't one out for that game. Some of these games against smaller opponents, they just don't have spreads out for them yet. So
really,
yeah, kind of tough there.
It says they don't even have an opponent on generic sportsbook that I'm looking at. That's weird. Huh.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just because Youngstown State is like a nobody, but we do have a Michigan CMU spread, though. Any predictions there? Just for reference, CMU is 21.5-point underdogs versus Pitt.
31.
Solid guess, 27.5.
Ah. That sounds about right.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right. But without Sharon Moore, I don't know.
CMU money line?
I don't know.
CMU money line? Nah, just kidding. All right. Yesterday, Parker Meadows hit his second home run since returning to the Detroit Tigers lineup, Kyle. And how can it not get Tigers fans kind of excited knowing this was a guy who last season, down the stretch, this time of the year, was phenomenal. Helped the Tigers win a ton of these games, was one of the more clutch players that was on the team when they were on their hot streak to end the season. I'm not saying he was like the only reason that they got into the postseason, but man, doesn't it not feel like he was one of the best players on the team to close out last season? And so how can fans not get a little bit excited when they see this guy start to turn a corner after struggling intensely for the first chunk of the season, for the first, 80% of the season? Now with a month to go, hits his second home run since returning, maybe starting to heat up again. And if he can grow his confidence and start hitting with power once again, bring that defense to the table as well, all of a sudden the Tigers have a little bit of an X factor on offense.
Yeah, I think the main reason why everyone should be so excited about it is because of how much he brought to the Tigers a year ago when this exactly happened. I mean, it's only been 3 games, but in 3 games, 2 homers, 5 RBIs, and over 1,600 OPS, 0 strikeouts as well. Like, it's been a really good start for him. Obviously, it's only 3 games. Like, we're going to get a larger sample here, but last season, obviously, we brought this up several times, but when he returned from a month-long injury on August 3rd to the end of the season, a 47-game sample, batted nearly 300 with an 840 OPS, 6 homers, 23 ribbies, and more importantly, the Tigers went 34-17. They won 2 games for every time they lost. And even just September of 2024, they were 16-6 in the month with Parker Meadows continuing to be good. So this team, it just is a much better team when Parker Meadows is a good offensive baseball player because we know what he can bring defensively. And when he's getting on base, even though he doesn't steal bases really that much, he really is not a stolen bases guy like at all.
Nope, but he can get to third base like nobody's business from first.
The Tigers are so good at base running, and Parker Meadows is one of the better base runners on the team. So, like you said, especially stretching a single into or like getting from first to third. So, from all the things that he brings to the table, if his offense is at least solid, which I think that's something we can ask for because we've seen it be that, this Tigers ceiling is a little bit unleashed offensively.
His MLB.com page is just broken right now.
Oh.
Like just straight up broken.
What are you looking for?
His MLB.com. I just wanted to pull it up to make sure my splits that I wrote down were correct for what he did in the second half of last season. Try to go to Parker Meadows.
Yeah, that's why you just use Baseball Reference, man.
Yeah, but I wanted some specific splits. It's easier. Like Baseball Reference is a better website, but MLB.com, just you can find it a little quicker if you don't need anything in detail. Just completely broken. Brings you to the players page. You sort by literally every single player in Major League Baseball. Okay.
That's cool.
Fix your website, MLB.com. Okay, but I bring it up because, you know, if this is someone who can hit, you know, what's a realistic goal for him? Because he hit 296 when he came back last season down the stretch. That seems a little steep. He's at 209 right now.
Yeah.
If he can be a 260 hitter, and
like
I'm
just in this stretch, you're saying
during this stretch,
yeah,
not
it'd be
closing the
right,
season.
That'd be impossible, yeah.
But if he can just bat 260 with a little bit of power, maybe hit a few more home runs, specifically in the postseason, because he has a lot of the big moments. Him and Carey have the biggest moments from last year's stretch.
Absolutely. I mean,
he hit the grand
slam against San Diego was like the moment of the regular season last year.
Yeah,
made plays in the playoffs as well. So yeah, he is the big clutch guy. He is the true definition of an X factor. I know that's something that kind of gets tossed around a lot when you're talking about teams in the postseason. Like, oh, who can be an X factor? Well, you can make the case for anybody to be an X factor because if someone's not that good, plays really good, for sure. But with Parker Meadows, the different types of ways that he affects the game and the fact that we've seen it a year ago, like there's proof of it, yeah, he is the definition of the X factor for the Tigers this postseason.
There's also a tremendous amount of upside with this player. Like with McKinstry, I think the floor is really high. You're getting a gritty player, aggressive base runner. Is he ever going to hit with massive power? Probably not. I know he has double-digit home runs this season, but Parker still has the upside to be a star in this league, even though we haven't quite seen it yet. But between the defense, the speed, if he can like truly turn himself into the player he was down the stretch of last season, like that's a star in the making out in center field.
And at the end of the day, like Parker Meadows playing means Trey Sweeney's not. And Trey Sweeney almost went deep yesterday. Good for him.
Poor Trey Sweeney.
Trey Sweeney shouldn't be on the playoff roster, so
I kind of felt bad for him when he got that home run robbed from him yesterday.
I did
was
too.
like,
Well, because it was the
Trey
cool
Sweeney's
story.
going to have a moment.
I don't know if because on the FanDuel Sports Network they were talking about it, and Benetti told a cool story. Like Will Warren and Sweeney came up together through the Yankees minor league system. They were like buddies, like really tight. And then the next pitch, as he's describing that, he almost takes him yard. It was like, that would have been.
He did
so
take
cool.
him yard. He got robbed.
Right, but in Comerica Park, that's just like a fly out. So.
Correct. I almost like it was the first time.
No, I'm joking.
Usually I just get mad at Trey Sweeney. I'm like, why is this guy on the roster? Yesterday was the first time I just felt bad for him. It's like, oh man, he almost had his moment in Yankee Stadium. The team that they drafted him, right? Yeah, and then they traded him
first
to
round
LA.
pick.
Yeah, I was getting excited for him, and then for him he kind of like puts his hands on his head as he's halfway to second base and walks back to the dugout. It's like, oh. Poor Trey
Talking
Sweeney.
like he's a little dog.
I know.
Aw, poor little
You're not
guy.
going to be on the roster in a couple of weeks. Aw. Yeah, I did feel bad for him. But if Parker Meadows can replace him in the lineup, then I'm not going to feel bad.
And look, I think a good thing about this Parker Meadows thing is when we talk about comparing it to last season, you start to think, well, Parker Meadows has been way worse this year than last year. So it's like it's a little bit more of an ask to ask him to do the same thing last year. I want to remind the folks that on July the 5th last year, so that is a good, 3 months into the season, Parker Meadows' OPS was 484. He was batting 104. Like he was awful in the middle of the season last year. And then he came back from injury, missed basically the entire month of July, and was really good the rest of the way. Like when he came back from injury, he had a 570 OPS, and he finished the season as a 745. 200 points in 2 months, like that's unheard of. So I think that because obviously he was really bad to start this season as well, and even currently his numbers aren't very good. So
no,
I think that we saw it happen a year ago. I don't know why you can't really think it could happen again.
He's one of those guys too that for some reason, maybe it's the speed, maybe it's the defense that doesn't really leave depending on the cold weather. I just feel comfortable with him in these cold weather situations. It's not like you look at his frame. He's kind of like a taller, slimmer guy, and you're like, oh, I kind of worry about that guy in a cold weather situation. I just don't with him because he still has the speed to make up for it. And like his slugging from last year, yes, he was hitting with power. Yes, he was hitting home runs. But I think a lot of the reason his slugging percentage got so high was his ability to turn singles into doubles. Like,
yeah,
he just hits one towards the wall, and it's like, oh yeah, guaranteed that's two. That's the reason I'm not all that worried about him. And he's gonna continue to make plays out in center field.
I'm excited. Hopefully that it can continue and he can catch a little hot streak here now that he's seemingly healthy.
989-837-6125. We'll finish up our winners and whiners when we come back. It's the Ben Bosscher Show on Wednesday here in the Great Lakes Bay region.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
Near, on the wall, whose house is the nicest on the block of the mall?
Not yours.
What do you mean?
Your siding is faded, your gutters are falling off, and you have shingles missing. I suggest you call Bresky Siding and Building Repair.
I'm going to call Bresky Siding and Building Repair right now. Near, on the wall, now whose house is the nicest of the mall?
Yours is, kind sir, yours is.
Call me, Derek Bresky, at Bresky Siding and Building Repair today.
Tired of floors that snore? Walls that whisper, meh? Premier Tile in Midland is here to spice things up one tile at a time. They've got backsplash that'll make your pasta jealous.
What?
Shower walls that'll actually sing in the morning. And floors so fabulous, you'll consider eating dinner off them. Stylish, affordable, slightly obsessed with grout. Visit Premier Tile, located between Stark and Sturgeon, right off US 10, or at PremierTileStone.com.
Hi, this is Jim Mahoney with Link Technologies. As a business owner, you might be struggling with today's technological advancements in the IT arena and how they could benefit your growing business. Let Link Technologies' talented staff work with you to develop a technology plan custom to your specific needs. We bring 27 years of experience helping businesses and nonprofit organizations just like yours achieve their technology goals. Contact us today and see how the right balance between cloud and on-premise resources can best work for you.
The Michigan Baseball Foundation is more than just baseball. It's a driver of economic growth and community. Operating one of the nation's top minor league stadiums, MBF supports job creation and regional development. Through creative partnerships and charitable giving, MBF has helped bring projects like Dow Diamond, the East End development, Fairfield Inn and Suites, the Plaza, and the Dow Bay Area Family YMCA to life, generating over $23 million annually in economic impact. Every Great Lakes Loons ticket supports these efforts. Learn more at MichiganBaseballFoundation.org.
In every town, there's a team that brings us together. A team that stands for more than just the game. It's tradition. It's family. It's where we belong. Because this isn't just baseball. It's community. It's pride. It's home. This is the Great Lakes Loons, everyone's hometown team.
Every Wednesday on 100.9 The Mitt on the Ben Bosscher Show, you've got a chance to be a big winner.
That's what this is all about. It always has been about.
For the next 3 weeks, thanks to our friends at Garber Chevrolet, we are going to be sending someone to the Michigan State Spartans games for their matchups against Western Michigan, Boston College, and Youngstown State. All you have to do is be listening to the show at 10:15 and listen for that keyword to text in. Big Win Wednesday on the Ben Bosscher Show, thanks to our friends at Garber Chevrolet.
From the hometown heroes to the college legends to the pros on Sunday, 100.9 The Mitt is your home for wall-to-wall play-by-play coverage. High school football, basketball, and hockey.
Region champions for the first time in school history.
Michigan State football and basketball.
Touchdown, MSU!
The NFL, Thursday, Sunday, and Monday night primetime games. And don't think we forgot about your hometown team. The Great Lakes Loons.
That ball's over and out of here.
100.9 The Mitt. We're in your town, your school, your huddle. 100.9 The Mitt is here for sports fans in the Great Lakes Bay region. From the hardwoods of Saginaw to Midland's Friday Night Lights. From the streets of Bay City to Freeland, Frankenmuth, and Hemlock. We roll through Beaverton, Auburn, Pinconning, Essexville, and Shepherd. All the way to Gladwin, Birch Run, Coleman, and Bridgeport. This is your sports station. High school, college, NFL, the Loons. It's all right here. 100.9 The Mitt, Mid-Michigan sports leader.
I'm Ben Bosscher, and here's what I think. I think the Detroit Lions offensive line, specifically the interior, is going to cause some problems for the Lions this season. I think Brad Holmes made a mistake by cutting Zadarius Smith to save $11 million over the next 2 seasons. I'm not all that convinced Sharon Moore is the right guy for the Michigan program. And I think the Tigers pitching staff is going to hold them back this postseason. Oh, and I think if you agree or disagree with anything I just said, you should listen to the Ben Bosscher Show weekdays from 9 to noon on 100.9 The Mitt.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Michigan.
This message presented by the MHSAA and the Michigan Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
All right, I haven't done this yet today. I may as well squeak this in once. If you're listening on YouTube or watching on YouTube, hit the like and subscribe button if you're new. We'd appreciate it. It goes a long way. With that being said, let's wrap up our winners and whiners here on Wednesday.
It's time for Winners and Whiners.
Winner, chicken dinner.
I think the only one that I didn't get to, Kyle, that we didn't talk about, I like this graphic you made on the YouTube as well, by the way.
Yeah, I'm getting the picture back up here.
No,
there we go.
I liked that other one too. The only one I think we didn't get to was the Anthony Volpe haters being selected as winners. If you've been a Yankees fan hating on Anthony Volpe for the last 2 seasons, saying, I don't believe in this guy, I don't see it, never have, overrated, I think it's time to take a victory lap, man. You won. He's terrible.
Now is the time to take a victory lap?
I mean, like...
You've been able to take a victory lap his entire career.
Yeah, that's... yeah. I guess, like, again, we always talk about this because I always think it's fun to watch, like, other teams in Major League Baseball because, I'm sorry, like, diehard fan of the Tigers. I'll watch every NFL Sunday, every primetime game. I'm probably just not sitting down and watching other baseball games.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair.
Because
especially this time of year.
I'm dedicating 3 hours a day to the Tigers, so I'm probably, like, maybe Sunday Night Baseball once in a while.
Yeah,
I'll
keep
not
up
anymore.
with scores, but I'm not really watching the other games.
Right, Dodgers really the only other team I watch. So when you get to sit down and watch, like, I was so amazed with Juan Soto. Like, it's just another reminder of, like, geez, man, he's just on a different planet in terms of what he can do in the box. And then you get to watch a Yankees game, and obviously, like, I see all the Judge highlights. I don't think I'd miss a Judge home run. Like, it pops up in your Instagram feed or Twitter feed every time.
Homer, all that stuff.
Yeah, but the Volpe lowlights, to see them in real life in real time, it's just like, this guy's so bad.
There's a Twitter page. It's a Boston Red Sox fan account. Something about Cutter Crawford, who's one of their pitchers. It's genuinely, I followed it.
What, because he just hates on Volpe?
It's not even a Red Sox fan page. It is a Anthony Volpe hate page. And I send the tweets to John all the time. Because of, I mean, like, they're so funny. Like, just some of the stuff they come up with to hate on Anthony Volpe is genuinely just some of the funniest stuff ever.
I mean, he had 2 plays last night against the Tigers that were like
the
laugh out loud.
Is crazy, man.
How are you is he in his 3rd or 2nd season?
3rd, I think. Maybe,
how are you in your 3rd
maybe
season?
Even 4th.
No, I don't think. 2019. I don't know. How are you in your 3rd season and can't lay down a bunt? It pops right up to Colton Keith.
It was in, like, foul territory, too. Like, it was genuinely one of the worst bunts ever. Yeah, he's in his 3rd season.
And then him running backwards from shortstop to try to get that ball in shallow center. That, like, you can see it playing out in slow motion. You're like, there's no way they're catching this. Like, he's just not going to get to it.
That entire inning was just comedic. Like I said, it was one of those innings that after they scored the first, like, 2 runs, you realize, like, oh, like, the Tigers are actually going to score 20 runs in this inning.
Yeah, I mean, they just about did.
The amount of wild pitches thrown, the defensive errors. The Tigers didn't even have to hit the ball. The Parker Meadows single and Kerry Carpenter triple were like the only 2 real hits of the inning. It was awesome.
I liked after they recorded their first out. The 8 runs had already gone up on the board in that inning. The Yankees record their first out, and they get a standing ovation from Yankee Stadium. It's so
Anytime
good.
You can make fun of the Yankees like this, it's just really
I hate them.
It's a pleasure.
I don't like hate a lot of teams, especially like college. I wish I still had like the passion when I grew up as like a Michigan fan, hating Michigan State. Like I just don't have it anymore.
Right.
Trying to talk about both teams equally.
NFL, I really still despise the Packers and Bears. That's really the only 2 teams in all of sports I genuinely hate.
The Yankees, you can throw them in there for me. I'm just always gonna hate them. Despise them for, like, not even because they've had a bunch of rivalry games with the Tigers. It's just like, screw them. I hate that team. 27 championships and all their fan base does is complain. Like, get out of here.
Haven't won one in 15 years, man. That's why they're complaining.
Well, they make it seem like that's like 150 years. You know what I mean?
Get high expectations, you know.
The Packers are number 1 in terms of professional sports. Yankees might be 2. The Knicks
Really?
Finding a quick way to climb this list.
Yeah,
though.
that's a good one. I think the Knicks are up there. I still really hate the Bears. Like, I just have always...
Why? They're just like... I feel bad for the Bears sometimes.
I actually do kind of feel bad for the Bears fans a little bit after week 1. I saw some of the Bears, like, Twitter space stuff. Oh, man, it was, like, really depressing. Like, I did feel a little bad. I saw the meme about Caleb Williams and Angel Reese share the same nail tech, and the Bears fans were just going crazy about that.
Wait, is that a real thing?
It's genuinely a real thing. Angel Reese made a tweet about it. And Bears fans were just down bad about that, and yeah, it's but I hate the Bears still. They're right behind the Packers.
I love hopping into other teams' Twitter spaces after we beat them.
Sometimes I will legit hop into like one of the actual like calls or what are those called? The
Twitter Spaces.
But like the ones that, because there's Twitter, or I'm thinking of communities is what I look at.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes I'll hop into the Spaces as well. Yeah.
The best era of Twitter Spaces for my life in my timeline was during the Pistons' 28-game losing streak. There were some dark Twitter Spaces during December of that. Oh, they were bad. Some of the things that were being said about Monty Williams were diabolical. Oh, like jail-worthy stuff. And I'm just sitting there
Wingstop
dying
stuff.
laughing.
Oh, man, that was bad.
Good stuff. All right, our winners, kick return specialists, Jamison Williams, Anthony Volpe haters, that one Phillies fan who stole the ball from a little kid, Brian Callahan, Ben Johnson. Those are the Whiners. All right, it's winners and whiners. I think we got to keep this around.
Yeah, this is good. Now that it's NFL season, a lot of opportunity for winners and whiners.
You get more guys in front of a
Let us know, too, if there's any other
microphone.
guys in last week that maybe you think deserve to be winners or whiners.
Yeah, I'll start keeping better track of this throughout the course of the week, so I can have a list by the time we get to Wednesday next week. Now that we've got coaches and quarterbacks in front of the mics, it's going to be way better. 11 o'clock hour on the way. Ben Bosscher Show.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Myth.
It is the Scholar Athlete of the Month, proudly presented by Fisher Companies here on Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt. This month's recipient is Addison Thormeyer from Farwell High School. With a 3.7 GPA, Addison is a member of the track and field and cross-country teams and played soccer for travel teams competing up in age with girls and playing with the boys.
Oh, I should go try out for the boys team. Like, why not? Because he was the coach for that team. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. Like, worst thing that happens is they don't make the team. So I go and try out, and he ends up calling me and saying, hey, I want you to come play for me. And it became a lot of fun, ended up being a totally different experience than playing with the girls, and one I don't regret having.
This fall, Addison is now attending Saginaw Valley State University. She'll major in electrical engineering. To hear the full interview and nominate a local athlete for our scholarship program, visit 1009themitt.com.
Broken appliance? Don't panic. Call Mr. Appliance. With a 4.9-star Google rating, our expert service professionals deliver speedy service with a 1-year done-right promise, so you can count on long-lasting repairs. We treat your home or business with care, no mess, and no trace left behind. Ask about our appliance wellness program to keep things running smoothly year-round. Visit us online at MrAppliance.com for easy online scheduling and local contact information. Mr. Appliance, speedy, trusted, guaranteed.
In every town, there's a team that brings us together. A team that stands for more than just the game. It's tradition. It's family. It's where we belong. Because this isn't just baseball. It's community. It's pride. It's home. This is the Great Lakes Loons, everyone's hometown team.
All right, folks, let's get started. Parents, thanks for coming. As many of you know, I'm Coach Mather. Tonight I want to talk about the season, of which I only have one expectation, that everybody gets stronger. When I say get stronger, I'm not referring solely to physical strength. Sure, we'll be in the weight room, we'll be running stairs, but we're also going to focus on developing mental toughness and grit, because those are the characteristics that allow us to achieve greatness both on and off the court. So, how do we develop those things? By getting comfortable with a challenge, by cultivating the confidence necessary to overcome adversity in all forms. That's why I coach. That's my purpose. Every member of this team can lean on me, and I'll teach them how they can lean on themselves and each other.
This message presented by the MHSAA and the Michigan Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
From the Blazy Electric Studios, this is Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt, WLUN, Pinconning Bay City, Saginaw, Midland.
Hour number 3. Let's get rocking and rolling here on the Ben Bosscher Show. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Wednesday so far. We are one day away from being at Thursday, which means Thursday Night Football, which means it's basically the weekend. I want to kick things off the 11 o'clock hour with a conversation about this Detroit Tigers team, though, because it feels like we've kind of deprived the Tigers a little bit on the show in the last 2 weeks. No?
Totally, it feels. I mean, we literally did a whole segment on Monday like, oh, wait, the Tigers played baseball this week?
We can do a whole segment about it. I think it just came up.
Well, yeah. Hey, today's show's been Tiger-centric. And they
we
deserved it after their game last night, you know?
We haven't said anything about that. I don't even think we've spoken the words Detroit Lions today.
How did you get so far on the left side of the screen? That's my main question.
So when I was walking into that room during the break, I accidentally bumped the tripod.
I see.
Is that better?
No, we'll figure it out. It's all right. It just popped up in my brain here. Anyways,
unfiltered thoughts.
Tigers.
Yeah, let's do it. Look, I don't think we've uttered the word Detroit Lions today. I think I'm still just kind of mad at them. So let's go to the Tigers, team that's actually killing it right now. They end up decimating this Yankees team last night in a way that was almost comical in that seventh inning. I mean, you said it best. Like, it almost felt like it was never going to end. Like, are they going to be playing
it almost didn't end. Like, it went on for so long.
Are they going to be playing at 11 p.m. At a 7 o'clock start because the Yankees can't get an out here in the seventh inning? I mean, they went through the whole lineup. 8 guys scored. 8 guys scored in 1 inning. It's the second time they've done that this season, Boston being the other team that they did it against earlier on this year. It's the same series that Javi Baez went yard twice to give them the lead. It was really a testament of almost a reminder to Detroit fans last night of like, hey, I know the Lions are on. So are we. Like, we're still around. Do not forget about us. We're going up to New York and doing damage to this Yankees team.
Good timing they do it on a Tuesday when there's no football going on, you know.
Yeah, if there's 2 days that I want the Tigers to be at their best, it's Tuesday and Wednesdays and Fridays.
Yeah, honestly.
At least for this month.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was one of those games that you get done with it and you're just like, you just feel good. You just feel good about this Tigers team after a game like that.
This stat line, Andy in our YouTube chat just putting it best, saying big thanks to Fernando Cruz. Absolutely brutal outing for him. Yeah, I mean his final stat line goes 0 innings pitched, didn't record an out, 2 hits, 3 walks, 5 earned runs without pitching an out.
That's about as bad as it gets.
Yeah, and then Mark Leiter Jr. comes in and does just about as worse, giving up 4 earned runs on 0 outs recorded, 2 hits, and a walk. All the wild pitches were just unreal. And you felt like early in that game when Judge hits the home run, you feel a little bit like, oh, man, here we go. Casey Mize, like he had a long first inning with the Judge homer. You don't feel good. No, the Tigers offense comes back, responds. The Parker Meadows homer gets a minute. Mize only gives up 2 really big plays of the game, and if they're both solo shots, you'll take that every day of the week from Casey Mize. So a good job all around from the Tigers offensively to get things going. Obviously a little help from New York falling apart, but you'll obviously take it.
I don't know why Casey Mize is suddenly giving up all these home runs, but if he's going to give up the home runs and it comes with like striking all these guys out, again,
yeah, I mean, that's
in
why.
September, 11 strikeouts to 0 walks, I'll take that. Just don't put guys on and give up the multi-run home runs, and they're going to be fine. You just got to ask the offense to put up a few runs on the board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's why he's throwing more or giving up more homers this season is because
attacking the strike
zone.
One,
he's attacking the strike zone more often. He's not walking as many guys, and 2, he's getting more swing and mitts with his fastball. So he's throwing the fastball more often. Obviously, that's a home run pitch most of the time if it's in the zone. So it makes sense, and I think the trade-off you'll take, like you said, as long as it isn't a little bit of both, where you're not commanding the strike zone, so all of a sudden you are walking guys, and you try to command it after that, and then it results in the homers.
Another good outing for Casey Mize. Back-to-back starts in September that he has put together 2 nice outings in September. His numbers are actually pretty good, and if he can keep this up, as great as he was for the beginning chunk of the season, like, I mean, hell, he was an all-star, but if he can, at that rate that he's been on the first 2 games, and we're still early on, it's only September 10th, this could potentially be one of his best months of the season. So far in September, 2 outings, 11 innings pitched, only 3 earned runs, 0 walks, and 11 Ks. On fire. They need to see that sort of version of Casey Mize back for me to feel confident in them winning multiple playoff series. Because, the Lions took a lot of our attention last week. But before we really dove into the Lions, I think the last big thing that we talked about with the Tigers was this starting pitching staff is not good enough to get to the World Series. It's Tarek Skubal and everybody else. It was in the middle of Casey Mize having some of the worst outings of his career. Jack Flaherty, same thing. Casey Mize stacks 2 wins on top of each other. I'm not going to sit here and say Casey Mize is back because he could easily follow it up with a terrible game, but it's encouraging to see the first half of the season Casey Mize back on the mound the past 2 outings, because that is the key for the Tigers to not just be a postseason team, not just to be a team with a first-round bye, but to actually have some real success this postseason. It probably lays on the shoulders of Casey Mize. And I know we bounce that person around a lot, like, oh, Troy Mellon's the X Factor. We talked about Parker Meadows potentially being an X Factor earlier today. If they want to win multiple playoff series, their number 2 guy in the starting rotation has to be lights out, or at least good enough to win games. Casey Mize's last 2 games has been.
Absolutely, and especially when you look at the fact that, when you look at the fact that the Tarek Skubal starts really haven't been auto wins over the last couple months. Not to Tarek Skubal's fault, but they have lost some of the Skubal starts. So if you're taking that into consideration in a playoff series, you need to have a number 2 pitcher that matches up with some of these other teams. And right now, the number 2 pitchers across every other playoff team in the American League are better than what the Tigers have.
Mm-hmm.
So can Casey Mize go on a bit of a hot streak throughout September to maybe match some of those other guys? That's going to be what's most important for them in October.
Do you think he, are those 2 starts encouraging for you in a way where
totally.
you believe he's a different pitcher now?
I don't believe he's a different pitcher, but I also don't believe he was the pitcher that he was along that stretch.
Same.
You know, I don't think he's terrible. I also think what we saw for a large majority of the season is probably closer to what he is than maybe what he is long term. I think the big thing about Casey Mize is, and I think Chris brought this up when we talked to him a week or so ago, is that this is the really first season for Casey Mize where he's gone the full year. You know? So this is uncharted territory for him. So that's why maybe the brakes fell off a little bit, and that was why there was honestly major reason for concern with Casey Mize, was because he hadn't gone this long, at least as a good starter. And so when it did start to fall off a little bit, you got worried of maybe he's just not capable of putting things together for 162 games, for 20-some starts. I think that now that we have these 2 in September that have been pretty good, it obviously changes your opinion on that a little bit.
He's second in his career this season, 2025. It's the second most innings he's pitched in a singular season. 2021 taking the cake there, 150 innings pitched. He's at 131 right now. But in terms of the actual games played, 30 to 25, 30 in favor of the 2021 season. 2025, he's got 25 games pitched. So he's on track to get pretty near that.
Right under 30 starts probably by the end of the year.
He's got 3 more, right? 20 days left in the season-ish?
Yeah.
Probably got 3 more starts.
3 or 4, for sure 3.
Yeah. Not the best batting average of his career, and not even that 2021 season. He was actually pretty good.
Yeah, that was an encouraging.
Really
that was really the first year of his career, because year 1 he gets injured, comes back, and then obviously has the Tommy John surgery following up that good year in 2021, immediately into that season, misses 2 full seasons essentially.
And then was just a terrible pitcher when he was on the mound in those 2 seasons.
Oh, I get what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, two games in 22 and then 22 last year before he got taken off the playoff roster.
No games in 23, of course.
Yes. I think this could be a really fun moment for both. I mean, Torkelson got to hang around in the postseason, so he's got the experience. But Casey Mize being that first overall pick, actually starting in a playoff game for the Tigers, that's got to be somewhat of a special moment for the guy. And I'm excited I think all the Tigers fans are going to be excited to see that. And especially if he balls out and pitches a game like he did yesterday, that's going to be a really warming moment for a guy who it really felt like his career might have been not over, but as a Detroit Tiger, as a contributor, we were knocking on that door for a while. Same thing with Torkelson. Now those are 2 of the bigger contributors on the team.
And I think you feel a lot better this year just in general, because last year the whole word on the street with Detroit was this team has literally 0 playoff experience. Like, nobody other than Javi Baez. Well, Javi Baez wasn't even on the roster. Like, they had no playoff experience. Whereas most of the guys on the team this year were on the squad last year, and they won a playoff series. So it's not like they were there and dipped their feet in and then left. Like, they got real playoff experience last season. And now everyone has been under that case. Casey Mize, if he's one of the few guys that doesn't have any of that, I think that makes you feel really good just because everyone around him has been in that situation. Jack Flaherty pitched in the World Series last year, as much as maybe Dodgers fans it didn't end for his time with Dodgers fans the way that they wanted it to, and Tigers fans haven't loved Jack Flaherty this season. He pitched in the most highest stakes situation a year ago. I think, and nonetheless, that is good value to bring to the team this season.
989-837-6125. We got a YouTube comment saying, when is Finnegan back? He got put on the 15-day IL, 4 days ago?
Yeah.
I think he can come back to the 15th?
Yeah, with the groin injury, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were or I think it's his adductor, actually. But, yeah, I mean, I think he gave some good comments after it. He said that he's, he thinks he'll recover 100% and shouldn't be on, he shouldn't miss any playoff time. I think there is a world, though, where he doesn't come back at all in the regular season, maybe for that final series against Boston, just to play it safe.
I would like to see him play one more time before.
But, there was concern that when he did get put on the IL, this could be one of those 15-day IL stints that actually lasts 30 days, I don't think that's going to be the case. He said he feels really good about it, so hopefully he is back. God, I keep messing up.
You all
today.
right, man?
I don't know.
You
Hopefully
sick?
he's back by the end of September.
Not getting sick, are you?
No, I think I'm just, I don't know. I ate some granola this morning. I think it's just kind of, I think it's just kind of messing with me a little bit.
Do you not normally eat granola?
No, I think I think I was just getting stuck in my throat or something,
Oh. Michael says in the chat, the Tigers are the most polarizing team in Michigan. They play a game like last night. Everyone talks about the World Series. Tonight, if Flaherty gets rocked, the Tigers are garbage. It's kind of just the baseball season, no?
Yeah, I mean, that's just I guess that's how it goes. I don't know. I mean, we can say they're garbage. At the end of the day, I've kind of accepted the fact that, look, whatever happens down the stretch. We're going to be watching this team in October, nonetheless.
I think that's just how baseball season. We do the same thing with the Lions. They just don't play every day. It's the reality of the baseball season. There's going to be some games where you get rocked and it doesn't look good, and there's going to be some games where, the highs are very high and the lows are very low, especially with this Detroit Tigers team. Yeah. Probably more than any other team that's going to be in the postseason.
I would feel the same way as Michael if it was the Tigers in a spot where Cleveland is right now, where you're actually just right around 500. You're trying to sneak your way into a wild card spot.
You said you'd rather have that?
No, I would say I would feel the same way Michael does in the chat if that was the case.
Are you okay?
The issue is, I need to drink some water, man. The issue is, they're 20 games above 500, and they're going to make a playoff spot. We can't say they're garbage. They just play bad sometimes, That's how baseball works. I'm done talking for the rest of this segment.
Okay, let's take a quick break then. 989-837-6125. Summer's almost over, but your gardening needs, they're at an all-time high. Midland's go-to spot for all of your gardening needs is Maple Hill Nursery. From vibrant flowers and shrubs to trees and seasonal plants, they've got the stuff to keep your garden covered. Expert advice from local growers who care about your service or your success as much as you do. Quality plants, quality soil, and all the tools you need to make your yard bloom. Stop by Maple Hill Nursery to get inspired and grow something beautiful this season. Find them right here in Midland, your garden's new best friend. I kind of want to pick that up next spring. Start planting some stuff.
Gardening?
Well, just a little bit, Dip my toes in the water.
Yeah, I mean, odds on that actually happening are...
My landlord comes back. He's like, why are there strawberries growing in the backyard? I don't know, man. Just increasing the value of the property,
Maple Hill, they'll hook it up.
I know. 989-837-6125. It's the Ben Bosscher Show right here on 100.9 The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
I'm Sarah Stockford, host of 100.9 The Mitt's Success Suite, a podcast highlighting the most inspiring female leaders across the Great Lakes Bay region. This month, we spoke with Terry Johnson, President and CEO of Greater Midland.
And so spending the time at Dow just gave me such experiences professionally, personally, growth, things around travel, just experiences and opportunities that I could have never imagined even when I was in school. And so, taking the time and finalizing, okay, this is the time to tap out at Dow and to look at what's the next adventure in my journey. And Greater Midland has always been part of my journey as well, being part of the board structures for many, many years, and knowing that my kids grew up in the center and my husband and I are very active, and it's home for me.
Listen to the full episode on YouTube at 100.9 The Mitt. Subscribe and hit the notification button to be alerted when new episodes drop. That's Success Suite with Sarah Stockford.
At Tommy's Express, you can get your car clean, shiny and dry in just minutes. Our state-of-the-art eco-friendly wash delivers a spotless finish every time. With the Tommy Club app, enjoy unlimited washes or paper wash. Skip the line with license plate recognition and manage everything right from your phone. Fast, clean, and simple. Visit Tommy's Express today and see the difference. Text Clean Car to 86697 for a free works wash.
Offer valid for new guests only. By participating, you consent to receive promotional information text from Tommy's Express. Message and data rates may apply. Message frequency varies.
Get ready, Michigan. Field of Frames Fest presented by Dow is taking over Dow Diamond September 26th through 28th. It's the ultimate celebration of gaming, esports, and community, bringing together fans, families, players, and industry pros for a 3-day festival like no other. Watch elite teams battle in high-stakes competition, the Valorant Collegiate Invitational and Rocket League Semi-Pro Showdown, each with $10,000 prize pools, a $5,000 Super Smash Bros. Open Tournament, and a 17U Fortnite Youth Tournament with $1,000 up for grabs. There's live music, entertainment, and activities for all ages, plus educational panels and hands-on workshops for those interested in tech, business, and gaming industries. Tickets start at just $25, and kids 10 and under get in free. Don't miss your chance to be part of a landmark event. Visit fieldofframesfest.com to grab your tickets today. Field of Frames. Experience the element of gaming.
This is more than just a lineup. It's a daily ritual for the die-hard Michigan sports fans. At 6 a.m., Anthony Bellino wakes up the state with Spin on Sports.
I do not believe it.
At 9, the Ben Bosscher Show is appointment listening hosted here in the Great Lakes Bay region.
I would like to buy some Casey Mize stock.
America's Best takes over at noon. The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Well, what about Patrick Mahomes?
And at 3, Bill Simonson brings it home on The Huge Show. Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt, for the most passionate fans in Michigan.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Michigan, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
Riley Greene has a chance to make history tonight for the Detroit Tigers, Kyle. I don't know if you saw this or not, but...
Oh, that's a good thing.
Well, if Riley Greene strikes out twice tonight, he is the all-time leader passing Cecil Fielder for the most strikeouts in a single season in Tigers history. Here's my question. Does this matter? Do you care about this? Is it a big deal that Riley Greene is going to be the franchise all-time leader for single-season strikeouts? I don't think it is. Because I just pulled up the Yankees. And I wanted to see who the all-time leader in strikeouts was in a single season for the Yankees. It's Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. Those are 2 first-ballot Hall of Famers. Those are 2 guys who are going to go down as absolute legends in Yankees uniforms. And I'm pretty sure anyone would take the strikeouts if it means you're getting that sort of production from the plate. So, yes, we're in a different era. There's a lot more swing and miss. More guys are trying to hit home runs, which is going to lead to more strikeouts. I don't think it's that big of a deal if Riley Greene ends up at the top of this list for most strikeouts in a single season. I expect it tonight. Maybe I don't expect it tonight. Maybe not striking out twice would be nice. But it's going to happen at some point within the next week. And I'm completely content with it. I don't think it really means anything. Because when Judge did it, it was 2017. Look, he now he barely strikes out. I mean, he strikes out, but like, you know what I mean. He's at the top of the league in terms of whip percentage, all that stuff. He's become a much better player. I don't think it actually means that Riley Greene is cooked as a player by any stretch of the imagination.
What are we doing? No, I mean, look, Riley Greene also is having the first 100 RBI Tiger season in 8 years.
Correct.
Like,
leads team in OPS.
If we want to talk about the bad things of this season, we got to talk about the good things. Like, the fact that he is having one of the better offensive seasons we've seen from a Tigers player in a decade has to be the thing you talk about before the strikeouts. Sure, the strikeouts are definitely, like, not the best. You'd still love it to be, not at that number. But like you said, a lot of guys, like you look at the strikeout list of guys in Major League Baseball, it's a lot of good players. The top of the strikeout ladder isn't just guys that suck. So I don't think it's really that big of a deal nearly at all. I mean, even in terms of just strikeouts on the total season, I just had it pulled up and now I lost it. Yeah, he's still not first. Like, he's not going to lead the league in strikeouts. So
is that still Junior Caminero?
No, it's James Wood.
Oh.
Who's a good player. Like, a really good young player in this league. Riley Greene's having a better season,
Aaron Judge has actually been on the all-time Yankees strikeout list for a single season 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Like, 4 of the top 10 spots belong to him. So,
Kyle
is he a bad player because of it?
Kyle Schwarber, who just hit his 50th home run and currently leads all of Major League Baseball in RBIs by 10, has 10 less strikeouts than Riley Greene on the season.
Right.
Like, it just happens, Guys strike out. Now, when you go in the streaks that he did where you're not getting any of the offensive production that you love, and then he's striking out twice a game.
That's unacceptable.
Yeah, that's really not ideal. But in general, sure, he's going to break the single-season record for strikeouts. I don't care. I really don't care at all.
Anthony Volpe, number 7 on this list, by the way, for the New York Yankees.
Just had to toss that in.
Yeah, I had to. So I don't really – I feel like it's going to be a big deal on Twitter, like, oh, he strikes out too much, like after he finally breaks the record tonight.
I hope he hits a bomb and then strikes out twice.
Yeah, that'd be ideal because then anyone who's complaining is like, guys, he hit a 2-run shot earlier today and leads the team in RBIs. So what are we talking about?
I will say, though, the one issue is Kyle Schwarber, when we talk about his strikeouts, and even James Wood, those guys have over twice as many walks on the season as Riley Greene does.
Yeah, that's
the one
where
part that it's like, because if you – most of the time, the guys who strike out a ton, they get a lot of strikeout looking if you're going to lead the league in strikeouts because you're trying to get on base and everything. So, yeah, that would be a little bit better. If at least the K to walk ratio is something you'd like to see a little bit better.
He's also 24 years old. Like he's gonna get better at that. The chase percentage, 30th percentile, 30%. The walk percentage, 33rd percentile, just 7% of the time he's drawing walks.
Yeah, so his K percentage has got to just be
30%.
Yeah.
Bottom 4th percentile of the league. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. But if he can just increase the walks by 20%, all of a sudden he's one of the best players in baseball at the plate, even if he's striking out that much.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'm curious to see if anyone actually cares about this. Feels like this is 20 years ago, even 10 years ago, this would have been a much bigger deal.
Yeah, for sure.
Now that everyone's trying to constantly hit home runs, you're just naturally going to see a lot more strikeouts. It is what it is. I'm sure there'll be some old heads complaining tonight, like this guy strikes out way too much, and there's probably nothing you can do to convince those guys.
Ohtani strikes out a ton, man. He's got 15 less Ks than Riley Greene on the season.
Yeah.
Guys strike out a lot that are good hitters.
Yeah, especially in 2025. So I don't think it's that big of a deal if he ends up being the franchise leader all time in strikeouts for a single season. Whatever, I've accepted it. He strikes out. I wish he walked a little bit more, but you'll completely take all the strikeouts if it means he's got the 900 OPS and the 100 RBI season. He's having one of the best Tiger seasons of the last decade for a hitter. So why are we complaining about it? Are we nitpicking? Sure. Is that a fair thing to do? Yes, but I'm not going to sit here and trash the dude because he strikes out.
Yeah.
That's a bad reason to sit here and trash a dude. 989-837-6125. If you're looking to move this fall, want a new cozy home to watch football in, get the man cave going. Maybe you want a little she shed if you're into that. Matt Smith, Modern Realty. Redefining real estate with a fresh, modern approach. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Matt Smith delivers personalized service tailored to you. Cutting-edge marketing, local expertise, and a commitment to making your real estate experience as smooth and successful as possible. From cozy starter homes to luxury properties, they know how to find the perfect fit. Trust the team that combines innovation with real-world know-how. That is Matt Smith of Modern Realty, and this is the Ben Bosscher Show live on 100.9 The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
It is the Scholar Athlete of the Month, proudly presented by Fisher Companies here on Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt. This month's recipient is Addison Thormeyer from Farwell High School. With a 3.7 GPA, Addison is a member of the track and field and cross-country teams and played soccer for travel teams competing up in age with girls and playing with the boys.
Oh, I should go try out for the boys team. Like, why not? Because he was the coach for that team. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. Like, worst thing that happens is they don't make the team. So I go and try out, and he ends up calling me and saying, hey, I want you to come play for me. And it became a lot of fun, ended up being a totally different experience than playing with the girls, and one I don't regret having.
This fall, Addison is now attending Saginaw Valley State University. She'll major in electrical engineering. To hear the full interview and nominate a local athlete for our scholarship program, visit 1009themitt.com.
At First Class Epoxy Floor and Counter, floors don't just get coated, they get a makeover. Epoxy's so tough, it shrugs off spills, stains, and even your wildest dance moves. Garages, workshops, anywhere you want a floor that's smooth, shiny, and just a little bit sassy, they handle it all with style. No more boring floors. Get ready to impress everyone who walks through the door. Slide into durability and flair. First Class Epoxy Floor and Counter, where your floors get the VIP treatment they didn't know they needed.
Now, wait a second, Sharon. So the Midland Area Community Foundation runs the Midland Area Santa House?
You bet we do.
And Midland Area River Days?
Absolutely.
Plus scholarships for students and grants for local nonprofits? That's like hitting the cycle and impacting our community.
Anyone can step up to the plate and help build community capital for as little as $5.
$5? That's the cost of a snack at the ballpark. How do I get in the game?
Just visit midlandfoundation.org and make a gift to our community investment fund. Every dollar makes a difference.
Join the team. Give today at midlandfoundation.org.
In every town, there's a team that brings us together. A team that stands for more than just the game. It's tradition. It's family. It's where we belong. Because this isn't just baseball. It's community. It's pride. It's home. This is the Great Lakes Loons, everyone's hometown team. When you want NFL football on the radio,
It is another defensive touchdown. Wow, he got hammered, dude.
you know where to turn.
Let's go. Come on.
This week is no different.
Somebody go make a play. We can never lose our competitiveness.
Thursday night football is here.
Two NFC teams with a Week 1 win kick off Week 2. The Washington Commanders head to Lambeau Field and face the Green Bay Packers. Coverage 7:30, presented by Ace Hardware, downtown Midland.
Right here on Sports Radio 100.9, The Mitt. From the hometown heroes to the college legends to the pros on Sunday, 100.9 The Mitt is your home for wall-to-wall play-by-play coverage. High school football, basketball, and hockey.
Region champions for the first time in school history.
Michigan State football and basketball.
Touchdown, MSU!
The NFL, Thursday, Sunday, and Monday night primetime games. And don't think we forgot about your hometown team. The Great Lakes Loons.
That ball's over and out of here.
100.9 The Mitt.
I'm Ben Bosscher, and here's what I think. I think the Detroit Lions offensive line, specifically the interior, is going to cause some problems for the Lions this season. I think Brad Holmes made a mistake by cutting Zadarius Smith to save $11 million over the next 2 seasons. I'm not all that convinced Sharon Moore is the right guy for the Michigan program. And I think the Tigers pitching staff is going to hold them back this postseason. Oh, and I think if you agree or disagree with anything I just said, you should listen to The Ben Bosscher Show weekdays from 9 to noon on 100.9 The Mitt.
High school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches, so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation, so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our AD for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
From all of us at the NIAAA, thank you to every athletic administrator in Michigan for all you do to enrich the lives of your students. It does not go unnoticed. This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
All right, 989-837-6125. Want to take a second. Appreciate all our winners who texted in for Big Win Wednesday. We're sending Nick to the MSU game this Saturday against Youngstown State. Next Wednesday, more things to give away. All right, it is time for round number 2 of the news.
The Mitt's Morning Catch.
Okay, let's get back into the news, Ben.
Okay.
We're talking about Michigan State giveaways, huh? That's pretty cool. So let's talk about the Michigan.
Is that what I said?
Yeah. What do you mean? I'm not like making fun of you.
I don't know. It seemed like you were doing a bit.
I kind of am, and you interrupted it.
I'm sorry.
So let's talk about some Michigan State basketball home games that maybe you'll get to go to this season, because Michigan State basketball has announced their non-conference schedule this season. And boy, is it loaded. I mean, Tom Izzo's been doing this for some years now, but it almost gives you the vibe of like he's trying to make it like I'm not saying he's going to retire, but just going up against all of his friends at the end of his career. UConn, they'll take on so I'm just going to name some of the big games here. They're playing UConn in an exhibition on October 28th, so that should be fun. But then actual regular season-wise, Arkansas and John Calipari are coming to the Breslin Center on November 8th. That's going to be a ton of fun. November 18th is the Champions Classic versus Kentucky. On November 27th, they're playing UNC in the Fort Myers Invitational. And then Duke is coming to the Breslin Center as well on December 6th. The last time Duke came to the Breslin Center was, I think, 2021 that would have been. Vernon Carey Jr., I remember, dominated the Spartans. And Duke won in a big game there. But having Arkansas and Duke coming to the Brez this year, ton of fun.
Whew. Yeah, I'm excited to see what Tom Izzo can bring to the table this year. I'm excited. You know who I'm excited to see? I'm excited to see Colin Carr, man.
Me too, man.
If he can, I'm not truly a believer in the off-season, look at me, I can hit the 3 video, the Ben Simmons videos, but we did get a few of those from Colin Carr, lacing up some threes. I'm excited to see Mr. Colin Carr.
A chance to be their star player this season. Like a really good chance of being their star player this season. And there was a lot of rumor in the offseason about teams trying to poach him from MSU as far as in the portal and everything. So the fact that he's back, I think that's encouraging, and I'm really excited to see. Also, of course, how could it not happen again? Izzo and Greg Campy just continuing their every single season matchup. MSU and Oakland, they're playing at LCA this season on December the 20th. And they signed an extension to play for 3 more years. So maybe that means neither of them are retiring for 3 more seasons.
Does Izzo have any actual, bitter rivals? Is there any coaches he actually has beef with? Or does
him and
everyone
Juwan had beef, but...
Well, yeah, everyone had beef with Juwan. I guess Dusty. I don't know if they like each other.
Maybe not after what happened this year.
But
no, that's a good point.
It felt like there was always respect between him and Coach K.
Oh, they're
all
boys.
The other legends.
Him and Calipari are boys. Him and John Beilein were like the best of friends ever.
And that was good. That was like a great frenemy rivalry.
Yeah, totally.
Now it feels like that for the first time in a while, there's some real hatred between the two programs.
I mean, how could you not? Dusty May literally, acted like a idiot when all that stuff went down at the center of the court. So.
He's just sticking up for his guys.
Sure.
What he's supposed to do.
No, you can stick up for your guys without acting like you don't know anything that goes on in the sport, but that's just my opinion.
What did he say? Remind me what he said again?
I have no idea that was the tradition at Michigan State. I didn't even, they're just standing there. No clue about that. Yeah, dude. You literally are a college basketball coach. You know how this stuff goes, man. Whatever, though. Act a fool about it. Who cares?
But then your boy left. The guy who came in and defended the guys.
Yeah, Trey Holloman?
Yeah, he bounced. That's still one of the more shocking transfers
really
of the offseason. Where did he end up?
NC State.
Yeah.
With
weird.
Will whatever.
He just wanted to play point guard, man.
Now he's not going to, because the transfer from Memphis, who was the top transfer in the class, went to NC State after him.
Nice.
So Trey Hallman will be on the bench over there.
Do you think Izzo would welcome him back?
Yeah, I think so.
Or is Izzo too much of an old school?
Maybe
no,
not.
you quit on us. I don't want you
because
anymore.
Izzo has been he has been open about he has no bad blood toward the guys who leave, but he also is very anti-portal. So I guess I don't really know. That's a good question.
All right.
Let's talk about another guy that everyone likes, a coach, Ryan Day, huh?
Oh.
Of course, Ryan Day he has to be, something that everyone likes. He's got to be the guy that doesn't like it. This new college football proposal with the portal that we had discussed like a week ago at this point about changing the transfer portal windows and we'll re-go over those. It would be from December to January, just a 10-day period that would start, or shifting from December to January, that would start at the middle of the college football playoff. But there'd be no April transfer window, which I think everyone is in favor of. Ryan Day says he is not a fan of the major changes that would happen to the transfer portal. Of course.
Why? How? Okay. I have nothing. I got nothing.
Yeah.
It's just the most contrarian person ever.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. Oh, do we have a little bit of breaking news here on the show? I click on ESPN and the top article is NBA is investigating Malik Beasley over gambling. Oh, no. Is it back? Is this back?
What?
The NBA is conducting its own investigation into gambling allegations against Malik Beasley, the free agent guard linked to federal probe this offseason. Obviously, the investigation that took place, Ben's gone. The investigation that took place months ago at this point, that was closed, was done by the FBI. So it was by the U.S. Attorney's Office.
Why would you not be doing an investigation at the same time as them? Why are you waiting until right now to start your investigation?
Well, maybe they wanted to see what would happen with them, and then now they realize that they didn't find anything. They feel like maybe they can find something themselves.
The NBA believes in themselves more than the FBI does?
I don't know.
They believe in their
investigation. It wasn't the FBI. I was wrong.
What, do we have Pablo Torre on this?
Oh, man. They get him on it, he'll find something, man.
He does find out.
We talked about it the other day.
Just
Malik Beasley
get him on the team.
Posted on Instagram that he'll be making his decision to sign with the team soon. Yeah, I mean, there is some evidence that Beasley was gambling. It's just whether or not it was on the NBA and himself or not, because there is a confirmed U.S. sportsbook that said there was unusual betting interest on Beasley's statistics beginning around January 2024, and then that game of Bucks Trailblazers, the rebounds. We talked about that, everything. Oh, this is interesting stuff, man. Malik Beasley, is he going to be back or not? I don't know.
I thought he was off the hook. I really did.
I think we all did, but apparently not. All right, I think I got one more thing here on the news. Yeah, I do. For all you soccer fans out there, yesterday the U.S. men's national team defeated Japan 2-0 in a friendly that took place in Columbus, Ohio. Remember Sarah's favorite MLS team?
Oh.
She's a big fan of them. Right there at their field. The U.S. men's team was there last night. They got a win over Japan, 2-0. Nice. I do have one more thing as well, NHL stuff. NHL's looking to expand to a 33rd team, Ben, and they want to put them in Atlanta. But the NHL is waiting for a firm bid before considering the Atlanta expansion. It says they need a fully baked plan from ownership group in Atlanta before having its board of governors consider bringing a team to the city. But it sounds like they want to make them the 33rd team if there's mutual interest there.
They're not moving a team there? They'd actually
they want to add one. Yeah,
that sounds like a good idea.
They want to go to even more teams.
What could go wrong?
I don't know what could go wrong. Explain it. Their last two expansions have gone pretty well.
If you keep expanding, there's going to be some teams that are just teams. There's going to be too many teams with no stars like whatsoever. You can't expand too fast, or else you dilute the superstars of the league. 3 expansion teams in when did Vegas get added?
Like 20. Yeah, in the last 10 years, we'll call it.
3 expansion teams in a decade. You're gonna have more teams in the NFL. Do they have them? Okay.
Yeah, we don't have any professional leagues with that many teams, so it'd be interesting. Hey, and Anthony Rizzo is retiring with the Cubs. That'll end it.
He was on the TBS call last night. Not on the call, but he joined the broadcast last night.
Oh, good for him. Yankees fans sure love him.
It was fun. I liked it. 989-837-6125. Our 2 traditions to close out every show. When we come back, it is the Ben Bosscher Show right here on 100.9 The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
Suit up, Sea Captain. At Dive and Glide in Midland, we've got all the gear you need to make a splash. Flippers that fit like a glove, masks that show you the underwater magic, and tanks ready to fuel your next adventure. Whether you're snorkeling the local lakes or dreaming of ocean depths, Dive and Glide has your back and your fins. Find us on Cambridge Street or swim over to diveandglideinc.com. Dive and Glide, making waves one splash at a time so you can dive deeper than ever before.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace Hardware and Sports in downtown Midland has some extra savings for rewards members this month. Got house projects you push till the fall? Get the right tools. Select Milwaukee Power Tools. Buy one, get one free, including the brushless drill and impact driver kit. Keep that deck looking brand spanking new. Save $5 instantly on Thompson's Water Seal Wood Sealer and $10 on a gallon of cabinet exterior stain. And download the Ace app and get a $10 instant bonus.
The Michigan Baseball Foundation is more than just baseball. It's a driver of economic growth and community. Operating one of the nation's top minor league stadiums, MBF supports job creation and regional development. Through creative partnerships and charitable giving, MBF has helped bring projects like Dow Diamond, the East End Development, Fairfield Inn and Suites, the Plaza, and the Dow Bay Area Family YMCA to life, generating over $23 million annually in economic impact. Every Great Lakes Loons ticket supports these efforts. Learn more at MichiganBaseballFoundation.org.
In every town, there's a team that brings us together. A team that stands for more than just the game. It's tradition. It's family. It's where we belong. Because this isn't just baseball. It's community. It's pride. It's home. This is the Great Lakes Loons, everyone's hometown team.
At the Great Lakes Loons, our commitment to community goes beyond the ballpark. Through the Volunteer program, Loon staff and even players roll up their sleeves to serve the Great Lakes Bay region. From packing food boxes to reading in classrooms and even cleaning up local camps and parks, it's hands-on work that helps build a stronger, more connected community. Volunteer isn't just what we do, it's who we are. Because being part of this region means showing up when it counts. The Great Lakes Loons, serving the Great Lakes Bay region since 2007.
You want sports takes? You want local voices that own the mic?
Yeah.
We've got them. On Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt. It kicks off at 6 a.m. with Anthony Bellino on Spin on Sports.
Rise and shine.
From 9 to noon, don't miss Michigan's newest sports show, The Ben Bosscher Show.
Hey, remember that.
At noon, you get America's smartest sports takes, The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
I want Shador to play.
And at 3, the one and only Bill Simonson and The Huge Show. This is where real fans stay locked in. 100.9 The Mitt.
Hey, I'm Ben Bosscher.
And I'm Kyle Sandel.
And the two of us are live every weekday on 100.9 The Mitt at 9 a.m. until noon, giving you opinions on the teams that you care about the most.
The Lions, Tigers, Red Wings, Pistons, those teams.
And a whole lot more. Whether we're breaking down a game from the night before, debating the biggest news from the day, or doing a draft or spread picks, we're always having fun. I mean, come on, it's our job to talk about sports. How could we not be having fun?
So if the big games aren't enough for you, if you're a real diehard fan, this show is going to be perfect for you. You can count on us to be your morning sports outlet every day.
The Ben Bosscher Show with Ben Bosscher and Kyle Sandel on 100.9 The Mitt.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Michigan.
This message presented by the MHSAA and the Michigan Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
They tell us we're more connected these days. We have cell phones, email, text messaging, yet we've never felt more disconnected from the people we care about the most. We need a place that's all about bringing us together. Say hello to the Great Lakes Bay region. where towns like Saginaw, Midland, Bay City, Birch Run, Chesaning, and Frankenmuth help us leave behind the overscheduled world we live in and visit a place we haven't seen in a while. One where the people make us feel right at home. And we remember just how bright our kids' eyes get, peeking through a riverboat railing, just to catch a glimpse of the wildlife. So let's go fishing, bird watching. Let's blow the suds off a local tap, take a tall ship dinner cruise at sunset, or stop by a festival just because the name made us smile. Right here in the Great Lakes Bay region, where reconnecting with what really matters is pure Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
Not one, but two traditions to close out every single show. The first of those being our Lock of the Day.
Lock of the day.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
I tried to swing for the fences yesterday, Kyle. I tried to really pull myself back into it
a little bit
with a Spencer Torkelson home run. That was the lock of the day. We had hit 4 straight days, and I was like, you know what? Heat check. Let's try to
not the
pull
worst
it from
shot.
half court.
Not the worst shot in the world.
He's going to hit one today for sure.
There's been worse shots that you've had from yesterday.
He's 5 sure going to hit a home run tonight, right?
I mean, if it's 5 sure, then you probably should bet on it, right?
No, I can't.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, that is something that would happen, but I will not give the 5 sure on that. We'll see, though. All right, an update, though. Just a little bit over 19 units down all time.
It's so bad after losing 4 straight.
Yeah.
Or winning 4 straight.
You're still plus 0.8 units up on the month of September so far. 1-1 on the week. You're down 0.12 units on the week. 23-44-1 record overall.
I'm starting to feel like it may be impossible to climb back.
Yeah.
After, you know how the Tigers got really cold? That's basically how cold I got, except it was the very beginning of the season rather than in the middle when they had already established themselves as the best team in the league.
Yeah, you'd never establish yourself as the best better.
Because when did the losing streak end? What's my record
for the
since
Tigers
then?
for you?
For me.
The losing, I mean, you've just been losing all year, though.
Okay.
Like, it's not been a streak. You know what I mean?
But there was that crazy stretch where I lost like 10 in a row.
Yeah, you did have a really bad stretch where
betting on baseball is stupid.
8 days in a row, and then you lost 6 days in a row, then lost 8 days in a row after one win in between.
Okay,
so you went like 1-14.
So
after 15 days.
What's my record after that? Like starting after that?
After that, well, at that point you were down nearly. Since that point, you've gone down 4 units.
Oh,
but you're also down 16 units at that time. So like. It's not that bad. You've gone down 4 units in a month and a half. Like, that's not that bad.
Want to know the funny thing? I made a lot of money this past weekend on the NFL games. Like, I had a great weekend.
I did not.
Well.
What do you got today? No football.
I know. I'm taking Carlos Rodon's strikeouts tonight against the Tigers team. Look, I feel like the Tigers are going to come into this one, like, looking to do a lot more damage right from the first inning. Like, let's just keep the damage going. Carlos Rodon is not a pitcher to mess with that. A lefty on the mound today, over 6.5 strikeouts. Kind of a steep line in terms of the value here because you're getting plus 124. But I do think there's this, like, Tigers do swing and miss a lot. So I do think the Tigers come into the game a little bit more aggressive than normal, a little bit less plate discipline because, while they want to continue the all-out assault that they put on the Yankees yesterday. So I will go with Carlos Rodon. Strikeouts tonight, over 6.5.
With Jahmai Jones probably in the lineup.
Yeah, he just doesn't really strike out, does he?
No, he just kills, actually. I mean,
it's going to have to come from other guys then.
Still struck out 5 times last night to the Yankee starter, Will Warren, who's pretty good. So you think Rodon could add 2 more, potentially in 6?
I do. Are you tailing or fading?
I'm going to fade. Go Tigers.
That's it?
Yeah, of course. Why would I bet against the Tigers? They rock.
I'm not betting against the Tigers. I'm just betting on them to strike out a little bit.
They do that a lot. Riley Greene setting the record tonight, maybe.
If he sets the record tonight, Carlos Rodon's probably hitting that 7 strikeouts, right? Maybe.
I mean, I don't know. He could just strike Riley Greene out twice and then throw 4 strikeouts total.
Yeah, that could happen. All right, that is our lock of the day.
Lock of the day.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. You lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
All right, what's Colin going to open with? Did either of us get a point yesterday?
Yeah, I got a point.
Okay, you're kind of coming back here.
We went back. Well, you got a point the previous day because I'm starting to think that Monday, Tuesday shows are going to be pretty easy for both of us to just trade points, right?
It's almost more important, like if you don't get a point.
Yeah, because Monday's just going to be whatever the most notable game of the weekend was on Sunday's the obvious lead.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tuesday's lead is just whatever happened on Monday Night Football. Unless we get a terrible game, then you probably don't easily get a point. But
yeah.
So it's the days like these that are really going to start to count. You know, the Wednesday, Thursdays, because even Friday's lead is probably just going to be the Thursday night game. So the Wednesday, Thursday guessing Colin's open is going to be pretty clutch here. So I got a point yesterday with the Caleb Williams thing. 16-12, you hold on to the lead, Ben, and today is also your guess day. I don't really know. I don't really know what to pick today.
Well, I feel like when you don't know, there's just one of two things that you can go to, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm just jumping right back on the Caleb Williams train. I think he just starts ripping Caleb Williams again. He's out on Caleb Williams. He's seen enough. It's only week 1, but it doesn't matter. He's seen enough from Caleb Williams in the past year and a half and all the horror stories out of camp for him to be out on the Chicago Bears having success this season.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I think that's a pretty fair pick. I'm debating between 3 things right now. The first, and I'll just say the 2 that I'm not going to pick, because I think I have picked what I'm going to go with. The first being, I think he could do a little bit of Jalen Carter like Eagles, go back to that, kind of revisit now that there's going to be no suspension. But I don't really know how that turns into a topic. I think legitimately there is like a 49ers topic about how they just once again are having the injury from hell season. Kittle being put on IR. Brock Purdy is potentially not playing this week. I could just see a 49ers type thing, potentially. But I won't go there. I'm going to go actually to a little bit of stuff we talked about yesterday, but I'm going to go with an Arch Manning lead today. After week 2, they bounce back for San Jose State, whatever. But Arch Manning has the weird tweak of the shoulder situation. It's just a lot of question marks kind of going on surrounding Texas Arch Manning right now. So I'm going to go with that as my pick.
Texas Arch Manning.
Yeah, I don't really have a good not a great reasoning behind it, but you said you go back to the well in days like this. That's a well pick. Who does Texas play this week? That's
probably
a better
nobody.
Question. UTEP. Oh man.
Oh, so I was right.
The Miners.
The what?
Yeah, right.
That's legit their
E,
mascot?
with an E.
That's a terrible name for a mascot. Or not name for a mascot, but a nickname for a school. Right. That's really bad.
It's only bad if you're a Kendrick Lamar fan, Ben. Grow up.
No, you're telling me on their campus they're not making those jokes nonstop for the last, when was the school founded? They've been making these jokes on that campus ever since the beginning.
Probably.
That's jokes that I don't even want to say to end the show as a joke. Then somebody's going to clip it. I'm going to get canceled.
Cancel Ben Bosscher. He deserves it.
Maybe I do.
Arch
maybe I
Manning's
don't.
my pick. Your pick is what'd you pick? Caleb Williams. Yeah.
Caleb Williams.
Some good,
trashing him.
I was kind of thinking maybe he goes with a little bit of SEC talk too, because we got a big SEC game this week, Georgia, Tennessee. But I don't know. I don't know what the topic is. So I'm just gonna pick Arch Manning.
What if he just zags and he's like, Daniel Jones, greatest quarterback in the league. New York ruined him. He's back.
These are the days I'm excited for. I think we could get some creative Colin opens on the Wednesday, Thursdays.
Here's something I was wondering. Who do you think is more likely to have a bounce-back season? Justin Fields or Daniel Jones?
Justin Fields. Yeah, Fields.
I think the avenue for the Colts to have a better season, I guess the Jets division's not very good either. Neither of these teams are in good division.
At least Houston doesn't look like this almighty team that can't be beaten like the Bills,
No. Although I do think their defense will make Daniel Jones want to cry a little bit.
Oh, Houston's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
sure.
those pass rushers coming at him and those DBs as well. I just have a really hard time thinking that Daniel Jones has any sort of success against that team.
That's a good question, though. Ooh, we didn't think about Aaron Rodgers, too. That could have been a good pick. Rodgers in the yeah, but he played good though. He wants to be bad for Aaron Rodgers.
No,
If
I'm out on Aaron
bad,
Rodgers.
he would talk. Well, no, I'm not saying. I'm just talking about for a lead for Colin.
Oh,
Like I think that could have been it.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna have too many nice things to say about Colin ever.
He was going at the Lions yesterday on the show.
Oh, I'm sure.
Dogging the
Everyone was
Lions.
going after the Lions
He went
yesterday,
back to
rightfully
back.
so.
He went at the end of the. I think this was at the end of the noon hour. He goes Michigan, dogging on Sharon Moore, and then immediately transitions it into dogging on the Lions. He just went back to back going at the hyper-local people here.
Do you blame him for going after the Lions, though?
No, I'm just saying.
The
I
Lions
just thought it was
deserve to be
good
gotten
timing.
a little bit. It's not that they lost. And usually I was defending all the people that were like, oh, look at the Lions. Like, the injuries were a real thing. But, man, they just played terrible. Truly terrible on Sunday. Unless your name's Isaac Teslar Sam Laporta, you didn't have your best game. So, yeah, that's going to do it for us. All right, we will be back tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Turn those notifications on YouTube. Hit the bell, and you'll get notified when we go live at 9 o'clock. So, a lot to talk about tomorrow, including NFL spread picks. Vicari's going to join us, do that as well. Should be a good time. So, hope to see you guys right here tomorrow on the Ben Bosscher Show on 100.9 The Mitt. Have a good Wednesday, everybody. Talk to you guys tomorrow.